Right, welcome to another episode of Warhammer 40,000. It's 2,000 points, and it's a classic matchup here, going back to the good old days here. It's Eldar versus Ultramarines. Eldar, an experimental list for them as the army develops with the new codex, and then Ultramarines with a new list as well. Fighting across this industrial pipeline landscape here, and it's starting to break up and corrupt here, perhaps the influence of chaos in the area, volcanoes beginning to erupt in this sector, but here the Ultramarines moving in and the Eldar as well. And these two sides will clash across this battlefield. Right, welcome to another episode of Warhammer 40,000, 2,000 points of Eldar here. A good number of units I'd like to use in the final list, but we are experimenting with this army here just to test out and see how well it will do. I'm working on a strategy. I think I've got a pretty good combination going, but this is the first test for them here, and the first time I've used the new codex as well. So a battalion detachment first of all, it's battle forged, and then a battalion detachment, so that's 6 command points, and then also a vanguard detachment as well, so 7 command points in total. And then there's ways of generating extra command points as well for this force. So I'm running 2 different craft worlds here. First is a Luftwaffe, so that'll be the main block of the army, and then Prince Uriel will run Lianden detachment just there. So a Luftwaffe first of all, 3 troops to make up the battalion, 2 units of Guardians with a heavy weapons platform and a Bright Lance for each of them. Unit of 5 Dire Avengers, 1 Autarch here with Power Glaive, a second Autarch here with Laser Lance, that's an Autarch Skyrunner. Then unit of Shining Spears as well, with a Laser Lance there on the Exarch. Now, a Luftwaffe grants these 6+ to ignore damage that comes through, so it will help keep these units alive to some degree. We'll just move past this detachment here. I'll come back to that in just a moment. Just the rest of the Luftwaffe detachment here is heavy support. It's a Falcon. I need to convert this over. That's a Bright Lance. I've paid the points for that. Then there is a Shuriken Cannon just underneath there, and that's the Pulse Laser weapon that comes with. Then 5 Dark Reapers with their Reaper launchers. There's an Exarch in there as well. And then the Wraith Knight. I've changed the weapon loadout here. Sun Cannon and Scatter Shield has gone. 2 Wraith Cannons have been taken instead. That's the only upgrades for that. It's just over 500 points. And then add another HQ. It's an Autarch here. He is the Warlord. A Luftwaffe for all of these units here as well. And then I've given him the relic for Luchu's wing. So the wings there, he will be able to fly with that relic upgrade. Then he's taken the Luftwaffe Warlord trait as well, which is Fate Reader on a 6+ for each turn. That's on every turn, so that's James's turn, my turn. Every turn, roll a dice, get a 6. You gain a command point, so that should help generate some more command points. Then finally, the second detachment is a Vanguard detachment. It's 3 elites and an HQ. Prince Uriel leads them, Lianden for him, which means you cannot lose more than 1 model for failed morale tests, just to give them a bit more solidarity for morale. 6 Fire Dragons with an Exarch there with Fire Pike is the first elite's choice. Howling Banshees have returned. Great to see them back. They'll scream as they head towards the Ultramarines. They'd like to cut some of those up. All armed with power swords, the Exarch has an Executioner. And then 10 Striking Scorpions. It wouldn't be an Eldar army without them. 10 of them. And then Ariel Doomhand still leads them with his Scorpion's Claw. So that's the list. Plenty of infantry here for the Eldar. A lovely spread of all the different aspect warriors. And it'd be great to see how well they do. Interesting loadout now on the Wraith Knight. We'll see how well that shooting goes with that. But we'll take a look now and see what James has. He has Ultramarines. We'll take a look and see what the Ultramarines have. Right, so here it is, James's Ultramarine list. Experimenting again. No Guilliman here, no Primaris Marines. This is classic Ultramarine. Regular Space Marines here. And again, it's a list from the good old days, isn't it?
Yeah, I'd like to try it.
I'll try it out. Okay, so a lot of Ultramarines here. We'll let James run through what he has.
Right, this is my 2000 points of classic Power Armor Mark 6 Ultramarines. Today we've got Kato Sekiris leading the Demi Company, and his Warlord trait is he regains command points on a 5+ whenever he spends them. Classic Ultramarines Warlord trait there. His second in command is a Lieutenant. He's equipped with a Combi Plasma and a Power Sword. And we have an Apothecary. We have a Company Champion. We have a Company Ancient, and he has the relic, the Emperor, the Banner of the Emperor Ascendant. And we have Company Veterans for the first time, debuting on the channel. Thought I'd test them out as well, and so is the Company Champion as well. Never used him before in a battle report, and should be good fun to use. So, for the Devastators, I have 4 las cannons. The Sergeant's equipped with the Signum and bolt gun. The rest are equipped with bolt guns, so that's just one squad there. And then I have Tactical Squad number 4. Sergeant's got a Power Sword and Combi Melter. And got a Plasma Cannon and a Melter Gun. And that's a Combat Squad. Dedicated Transport's the Rhino. And we have Tactical Squad number 5. The Sergeant's equipped with a Plasma Pistol, Chainsword, Heavy Bolter and a Melter Gun. And then I have a brand new Tactical Squad. Tactical Squad number 1. Finally painted it up. I thought I'd do a Tactical Squad to bolster up the company, which I'll eventually finish hopefully. The Sergeant is equipped with a Power Maul and Grav Pistol, Grav Cannon and a Flamer. There's 2 combat squads there. And I have an Assault Squad. I thought, why not bring them out again? Spent hours painting them. And the Sergeant's got a Combat Shield, Plasma Pistol and a Thunder Hammer, so he's pretty well equipped for combat. And we have a Marine equipped with a Plasma Pistol, Chainsword, another Marine equipped with a Flamer. There's no proxying whatsoever, all WYSIWYG. So what you see there. And then for my Spearhead detachment, I have Commander Kronos. We have a HQ and a heavy support choice in one unit choice. So we have 3 Vindicators. So why not? Give them a try. And that works out 2000 points on the dot. We march for McCrag.
Right, so that's James's list here. It's great to see him trying out some new units and models and different combinations. So here they are, and it's the boys in blue are back, all right, to take on the Eldar. Yeah, this combination is one of our classics. It goes all the way back to the start of the channel and to the early days of playing 40k. But now everything updated and revamped here. A new codex each as well. So it'll be interesting to see how each of these armies performs in this battle. We'll go on to scenario and deployment next. Alright, so the mission is called Tactical Escalation. It's the Maelstrom of War missions from the regular 40k book, just with the slight adaptations for Chapter Approved 2017. We've not played this mission before on the channel, I don't think, so it'd be great to play this one here in this game, and for this classic matchup between these two forces. James has chosen the map, it's Hammer and Anvil, and he's chosen this end here. For his deployments, 24 inches in, here's the no man's land, and then the Eldar will be at this end, just here. Objectives have been placed, objective number 4 is just here, objective number 6, objective number 1 at that edge, objective number 5, objective 2 is there, and then right on top of the bunker is objective number 3. It's a nice spread of 6 objectives on the board. We generate cards to match the turn number. So turn 1 you get 1 card, turn 2 you get 2, and then 3, then 4, and 5 all the way through to the end of the game. So the tactical escalation, the game gradually escalates as each turn goes past. So with the tactical objective cards, there's different types, like Take and Hold, for example, Storm and Defend. We've both nominated a type each, and then we will receive extra victory points for each one of those cards that's fulfilled. So we've both nominated Storm and Defend. So if we fulfill one of those cards, instead of the regular 2 victory points you get for that card, it will be worth 3. So there's an extra bonus victory point for that. And then just to make things more complicated, you will also get a victory point. Whoever scored the most of that type, that nominated type, so we've gone for Storm and Defend. Whoever achieves the most of those cards in the game will get a bonus victory point at the end as well. Slay the Warlord, First Blood and Linebreaker all available in this mission as well. So basically loads of points available here, all the regular points that you can score for those cards, all the different card types available in this game, bonus points for the type that we've chosen, Storm and Defend, and then all the extra bonuses as well. So it may well be a high point scoring game. So that's the mission. We'll go on to deployment now, start alternating placing units on the board. Right, so just to mention the battle mat that we're using in this game, it's by gamemat.eu. It's this nice industrial terrain here with these craters, railway tracks, an industrial grid on there. It's nice brown colours, this one. So we've added in some industrial terrain, some pipelines on top, some stones and scatter. So you get the mat here. It rolls out nice and flat. It's that mouse mat grippy kind of material on that side. Then another material on top with a design printed on top of that. Rolls out nice and flat. Nice and soft for miniatures falling over, nice and quiet for dice rolling as well. And then you just simply put your terrain on top, some scatter and some lichen and some battlefield debris, and then that is the type of terrain that you can generate here. Very impressive, this mat here, looks really nice. The terrain looks very well on it indeed. So you can check them out, that's gamemat.eu. This is 6x4, so perfect for games of 40k. They do mats in different sizes. They do double-sided mats as well now, and then lots of terrain sets available from them as well. Alright, so deployment done for the Eldar here, and a nice lot of units to choose from now in deployment. We've deployed up to the line, conceding the fact that we are going to get shot at a lot by the Ultramarines if James goes first. We can't hold back. We've got to go aggressive here with the Eldar, and hopefully James has too many targets to try and deal with. That's the plan at least. But we could be shot to ribbons here, as has happened in previous games down through the different editions of 40k. So the battle line here, 2 units of Guardians with the heavy weapons platforms centering on the objective. Behind them is the Army Commander with the Flochu's wings. Banch is just here, deploying right up to the line, hiding behind this volcano. Volcano, by the way, crossing through this piece of terrain, any rolls of a 1 for vehicles and for infantry is a mortal wound, just to add a bit of interest to that. We are playing bunkers as well. Here, it's a +2 to cover saves, a major advantage. I think that's why James chose to go at this end. It is a big advantage, but we don't mind it. It matches the theme of the game. Then behind the Guardian line is the Wraith Knight with his 2 heavy Wraith cannons. Then the Shining Spears just here, painted up in their Fire Spear orange. That's the colour scheme I've gone for with them. Falcon at the back. Interesting, usually plan to put the Dire Avengers inside there, but they've been kicked out, and inside there has gone an Autarch with the Power Glaive, and then also the Dark Reapers as well have gone inside there. Then on the other side, just near that objective over there, is 5 Dire Avengers ready to hold that objective just there. So reserves then, these are inside. This is the Dark Reapers and the Autarch. They are inside the Falcon. And then over here, Striker Scorpion is going to deep strike in. And I've paid 3 command points here for Prince Uriel and the Fire Dragons to do a webway strike. So they've gone into reserve, ready to come on end of turn 1 movement onwards for those. Deployment then for the Ultramarines. The 3 Vindicators here. They'll be a tough nut to crack. James is emptied to transport just here, just aware of deep strikers that could arrive. So he's spreading out just to deny this whole back zone to the Eldar. Tactical squad just here, defending the bunker. The main command position here, Sicarius, the lieutenant, and the champion together just up there. No doubt going to grant some nice rerolls for James there. Combat squad here. Company veterans, just the 2 of them, ready to hold this objective. And then across here, tactical squads loaded up inside their transports. Full 10-man squads. Or is it full 10? What's the size of the squads inside here?
Both 5-man combat.
5-man combat squads.
The rest are defending the bunker.
Right, okay.
And there's another combat squad just there. That's from squad number 5.
Here?
Yeah.
And this one? That's with the Devastators?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
That's one squad, Devastators.
Right, okay. Oh, I can see it now, look. Full squad of 10, squad of 5 over there. And the Devastators, nice commanding view from on top of the bunker. Good positioning for them. James does have reserves.
Those 2 combat squads?
They've been split into combat squads, assault squads. Okay. That's it then. That's deployment done. The Eldar finish deploying first. They'll get +1 to their roll. We'd like to go first. I think whoever does go first in this game, it is important. But not it's not game breaking, I don't think. Not in this situation. I think the Eldar could weather the storm. And I think the Ultramarines could weather an initial incoming storm as well. But anyway, here we go. Oh, blast. We've rolled a 1.
3.
James has rolled a 3. Let us seize the initiative with our beloved prince. No. Ultramarines do get to go first, so a real test now for this new Eldar list. They're going to have to be at the receiving end of an initial salvo from a full-strength Ultramarine army. So we're going to go on to the first turn. Eldar are going to have to stand still whilst the Ultramarines prepare to unleash all they have at them here. Turn 1 coming up. The Eldar must brace themselves for the Ultramarine firepower. So we're on the first turn here, and before I forget, I'm going to roll dice to see if we get a 6. We do not, so that's just to try and gain a command point at the start of each turn. James is going to pull a card.
Seize ground, and it's advance. Score 1 victory point if no unit from your army is within your deployment zone at the end of your turn.
Right, okay. Oh dear. Yes, go ahead, James. Go advance at full speed towards me. Okay. All right. So you might not be able to fulfil that card at least in this turn. Maybe later. No. If you decide to counterattack, maybe one to hold on to for later on. So I think James will just be interested now in just blasting the Eldar to pieces. Oh boy. Here they come. It's Mr. No Nonsense here. With his destroying the terrain as we go along. Right, okay. So Vindicators on the move. I think they have to. So a triple Vindicator attack heading in. I wonder who he's going to shoot at. He's got a nice selection of targets. Target priority is going to be key. Wraith Knight there is a danger. Oh dear, it's in range of all the las cannons here. Oh dear. Oh, you can't. I've been painting up those extra weapons and don't want him to be killed on the first. I want him to do at least something. Okay, so we'll let James continue on his moves here, playing aggressively and confidently here with the Ultramarines. Right, so movement done here. Vindicators moving ahead, popping smoke here with this Rhino, popping smoke with this Rhino, and your whole battle line has remained stationary. Pretty much. Okay. Right, so James happy enough with the firing positions that he has. Nicely inside the bunkers here and inside the bastion as well. Those devastators may well be hard to remove. And so, let me get this right here. It's a 10-man devastator squad.
Correct.
And they've stayed as 10.
Yep.
So I've got to kill these guys to get to the las cannons. Right, okay. And you have 4 las cannons.
Yep, 4 las cannons.
4 las cannons, right, okay. So yeah, no wonder there's a bit of confidence going on here with James. And tons of rerolls available for everybody.
Yeah,
yes.
all in 1 to reroll to hit and to wound, because the lieutenant.
Lieutenant, right, okay. Right, okay. Right, excellent. Okay, so no psychers for either side. I'm working on possible psychers for the Eldar, but with this experimental army, there are none. So there'll be no psychic phase for anybody here in this game. We'll go straight on to shooting here now for the Ultramarines on the first turn. Okay, so we'll start with the las cannons. 4 las cannons going into the Wraith Knight first. Reroll hits available. Okay, that's for Kato, with special help for Ultramarines. So 4 shots in 3s. Okay.
This one, so 2+ to hit.
Right, this is Kato granting rerolls, by the way. It's James firing these 4 las cannons.
All hit.
They've all hit, right, so 3s to wound, this is the key bit, and it's reroll 1s for the Lieutenant being nearby. Exceptionally reliable.
I'm going to spend my first command point to reroll wound. My wound, and a 5+ I regain, because of Kato's warlord trait. I don't, so I lose command point.
Okay. Right. So those have got through. It's -3. So I need to make saves of 6+. James was saying I was in big trouble with the Wraith Knight. I think I am. Right, 6 is then. We do block 1, thankfully, but it's going to be 3d6 damage, which is going to be about 8 wounds, 9 wounds, 11 wounds. Very good. Aloof way, though, we might be able to block some of this damage from coming through. So see if this craft world helps at all. Yeah, it does a bit. Well, it does a fair bit, actually. 4 6s rolled there. That's encouraging. So we've actually taken 7 wounds in total. The Wraith Knight is still very much alive here. Not bad at all. Right, so that's 17 wounds remain on the Wraith Knight here. Just to mention the movement as well, James has not brought in the Assault Marines yet. Okay, so that could have been worse. Wraith Knight is still in good shape. We missed the 5+ Invuln save that the scatter shield used to provide, so we try to find other ways to protect the Wraith Knight here. James is going to switch to a heavy bolt now. It's just down there. He's going to fire through at the Guardian squad, just there.
Rerolling 1s for the Kato.
Yeah. Is it reroll 1s or re-rolls?
No, it's reroll 1s.
Oh, right, it's reroll 1s. Okay.
Wounded.
All wounds come through.
-1.
-1. We're saying no cover for a barrier here. It's just an obstacle, not a barricade. So 5 6s, followed by 6s for Loof Way. Yeah, another 1, so we saved another 1. This is not bad. This bit of damage limitation. So we'll remove some Guardians here, and then we'll mark them up here for morale with a 2. Okay. James is going to supercharge with the plasma cannon, and then the bolters are
Out of range.
out of range.
Yeah.
Oh yes, shot up 24, of course. Yeah, okay, just out of range. So going to go into the Wraith Knight here. James determined to bring this thing down.
2. So I need 3s to hit.
Mm-hmm.
Both hit. It's strength 8. Toughness.
8, so 4s to wound. Rerolling 1s.
Reroll 1s because of the lieutenant.
Okay,
I won't.
1 gets through. -3, so 6 up again. No. And it's 2 damage, so 6s. No, alright, so 2 more taken. So drop down to 15 wounds now on the Wraith Knight. Getting close to half dead and getting close to dropping a bracket for damage as well. But still in not too bad a condition here. But the Vindicator's still left to fire. Okay, so James is playing, yeah, it's better than he thought here. Linebreaker Bombardment here. These kind of have struggled in different editions, but he's about to play one of the nastiest stratagems, and yet the cheapest I've ever seen. 1 command point for unleashing absolute havoc directly into my Eldar lines, and he could even slay the Warlord here. So he's selecting a point. It's this point, it has to be a visible point. It's this point here on the Rhino. It's with units within 3 inches of that, friend or foe, it's all foe here. So this unit of Guardians, it will catch that unit, it will catch the Warlord, and it will catch the Wraith Knight here. We'll roll up for each of these separately, and then it's 3d3 mortal wounds per unit if he gets those hits. So it's all 3 of these combining. This is a one-shot attack coming in from these.
5 plus to regain the stratagem, because of the Warlord trait.
Oh, right, okay, to add insult to injury here. No, okay.
Down to 5 command points.
5 command points left. Okay, so the first unit of Guardians here, a 3+ to hit them, because it's usually 4+, but there's 10 or more models in the unit.
Yes.
They've been hit, so they will now suffer 3d3 mortal wounds, which is 8.
You get aloof weight.
Aloof weight, yes. We try and this is becoming a very handy craft world here. Very helpful. Yeah, we blocked 2. Bit of damage, but a serious bit of damage limitation here. We have lost 6 of these have been cut down, so we'll just remove handfuls of Guardians here, blown to pieces. Just there. Okay. So this squad that's been hit as well, that's a 4+ here because they're down to 9 models, including the heavy weapons base. No, they've escaped. The Warlord now, 5+ to hit him because he's a character. Gold blast. He's dead. 3d3. Oh, but he's aloof weight. Could survive. See what you roll. He's got 5 or 6 wounds. Oh, no. Oh, why? 8 wounds all in one model. This is mortal wounds, isn't it? So, yeah, we need a decent amount of 6s here. Otherwise, we'll lose the Warlord. This is tragedy and hope. Aloof weight, right. So we're experimenting here with different craft worlds. I think I found one that I like, for sure. So he's taken 4 mortal wounds. He's still alive. He's not dead quite yet, but probably blasted and thrown across the battlefield here. And feathers going everywhere because of his Philotri wings. Been hit there by Linebreaker bombardment. God, if you've ever survived that, then leave comments in the comment section below. But I doubt there's many people that have survived a Linebreaker bombardment hit there. But it's utterly horrific. Okay, here's the Wraith Knight. You'll not kill it, but you could cause big trouble. 4+ on this one to try and hit him.
My command roll as well.
Yeah, no command points. There's half a chance to hit this Titanic Wraith construct here, and no. Oh, we can breathe a sigh of relief. That's all 3 of those have fired. And really, they've killed a few Guardians. Could have been a whole lot worse. Could have lost the Warlord there, but he has survived thanks to being aloof way just there. Okay, Stormbolters have fired as well. 1 save to make on the Guardians and rolled a 5 and passed. So that is actually shooting phase finished. Yeah, a lot of 24-inch range weapons that fall just short here because we're 24 inches apart. Just there, okay. And James deploying, the line was across here, so those bolters just out of range. Shooting phase finished. There's obviously no assaults and charges to take place. So you've done damage. This firepower's been directed at the heart of the Eldar force around here. Okay, yes, the Linebreaker. Yeah, it would have been big. And the laser cannons, with the limitation there for Lufo, what do you think of that craft world? Pretty... Yeah, major help, major help. I did roll, on average, a lot more 6s than usual, but that has helped out a lot. Wraith Knight's taken heavy damage, but still is on his healthy damage bracket, I think, and there is a possibility to try and heal him now as well with Eldar stratagems. But that is the end of the turn. Eldar have been hit hard here, but through the smoke and debris, they do emerge, most of them intact. The Warlord's been wounded, but still alive, and no doubt his anger stirred now to unleash the Eldar upon the Ultramarines. We'll go now on to the first turn for the Eldar. New codex, new list. We'll see how well they do. So we're on Eldar movement here, about to make our initial moves. It's an experiment now to test out this new force and the new units to see what they can do. And really, there is an opportunity for them. Multiple units within striking range now of Ultramarines vehicles and possibly infantry as well. So the first thing I'm going to do is roll a dice here. Get a 6 for a command point and no. Okay, so need to remember that each turn 6 is to gain command points there for the Warlord trait called Fate Reader. The Warlord is still alive. He's half damaged, but he's still on the board, and so that 6+ each turn will still continue. Alright, so we'll make some moves here and deliberate whether to bring in any deep strikers yet, whether to appear from the webway or not. We'll see. We'll let the Eldar make their move. Alright, so movement done here for the Eldar. So moving up here, the Shining Spears, very, very quick from them. They've been joined by the Autarch Skyrunner as well. Then played matchless agility on the Howling Banshees. They've moved 8 plus a straight 6 for that stratagem being used. So potentially could strike over here and charge, and also against the Vindicators. No Overwatch against these. Then we used our ability, the Webway Strike, to land here to lend some fire support. We've kept them off the table, preventing anyone shooting at them, and they've landed just here, ready to fight against or shoot against the Vindicators just there. I shouldn't have landed them there really. It should have landed across the other side of the board, but the priority is to break down these Vindicators here. Guardians have remained stationary just to grant the full use of their ballistic skill. The Wraith Knight as well. We played Tears of Isha, rolled Steve Free, restored wounds, rolled a 1 though. Command re-rolled that and rolled a 1 again. So wasted some command points there on that, but regained a wound, gone up to 16, and then rolled a 6 to regain that for Path of Command, and that's gone. We got 1 back, so we've got 1 command point still available. Just using them up with the potential to regain or pick up more command points later on as each turn goes past. Our objective, by the way, is secure objective number 1, which is this one over here. So we'll save that card. Might be able to pick that up at a later point in the game. We're just going to focus here on destroying as many Ultramarines as possible. The Avengers have remained where they are. Then down here, disembarked 3 inches, then gone 6 with the Dark Reapers. Autarch just behind, but still keeping within 6 of him. He's remained stationary. James just, I had disembarked on the 3. James just let me just move them up a bit further. They were meant to move along after they disembarked. That's the Dark Reapers done. So that is movement complete. Chance for the Eldar to hit these Vindicators hard. I'm going to try and remove the heavy firepower and then try and direct some firepower against the Devastators as well. That's the 2 main threats to try and deal with. We'll go on to Eldar shooting phase next. We'll see what they can do. Okay, so on shooting phase, we'll start with these. We're going to target the closest one. So 4 laser lances, first of all. So in 3s. Someone's missed. Let's reroll 1s here actually for the Autarch nearby. Handy. They're a nice pair working together. 5s to wound those strength 6. Oh. -4, so 6 damage straight away. Ouch, says James. Okay. Okay. Star Lance misses, and that's a 2, so we can't re-roll. Laser Lance from the Autarch hits, doesn't wound. All right, so 6 wounds caused. Not bad there from the laser lances. There's twin shooting catapults as well, actually, to fire on these as well. So a fair bit of firepower at close range for these Shining Spears. Okay, so twin shuriken catapults, got it from these, got it from the Autarch as well, so it's a blistering amount of firepower. It really is quite good. So this is the Autarch here, who's actually hit with all of those.
Toughness 8.
Toughness 8 to Vindicator, right, so 6 is required. There's 1, and it's -3, so a 6 up save to try and block that. God, they're tough. And he saves it as well on a 6, well done. Very good. Then on the Shining Spear unit here. Rerolling these 1s. It's virtually a full house here. Incredible. And then we need some 6s here to cause trouble. Yeah, there's 4. So James needs to make saves with 6 here. He's going to lose some more points here. Vindicator is in trouble. There's none, so that's going to drop down to 1 remaining wound on the Vindicator. Alright, so I'm going to try and finish it off with these. I'm going to fire 2 of those across, and the rest, including the Exarch, are going to go into this one. So 2 shots from here. 3+ here. Can't read. No, I'm not going to
100 plus command point.
Yeah, go on in. 3+. Double blast. Okay, so fouled. 6+ to keep that command point. Nope, so the last command point's gone. Strength 8, force to wound. No. Wow, alright, so he survives. Then 3 regular shots from these fire dragons. 4s to try and wound. 1 wound does get through. It's -4, so it's going to go straight through the armour. And it's D6 damage, it's 3.
Do 3 damage.
Yeah.
That's
3 damage, down to 8. I need to reroll one of the wounds here. It was a 1. Assured destruction special rule for these guys. Still rolled a 1. Okay, so just the Exarch now. 3+. Missed. Okay, so I'm going to go for Star Swarm missile shots here from the Dark Reapers. And then they're going to fire all the way across against the Devastators just over there. I need to start reducing them down to try and get through to those las cannons. James, if he starts dominating the table, there'll be trouble. So it'll be 10 shots. Yeah, so I was going to roll them separately, but I don't need to because it's sort of reroll ones for the whole unit anyway because of the Exarch nearby. So we're going for 3s. Yeah, they're heavy, yeah, but inescapable accuracy always need 3s regardless of any modifiers. So we'll then go for 3s to wound. This is strength 5. So some have failed. Half of them actually. These are -2 and then +2. So you're on to a 3-up armour save here. Just try and reduce these down. James has passed, so 0 impact there with the Dark Reapers. I know there's tasty vehicles to shoot at, but the Devastators, they have to go. But failing there in their task, that's the initial salvo from the Dark Reapers. Haven't used them for a couple of years, and they've made 0 impact here. So Falcon's going to fire now across against this one. So... Oh, it's Kronos himself, is it? Oh, we'll have a shot at him then. Pulse laser, 2 shots needing 3s. Yeah, reroll the ones. Shocking start. Got our hit because we remain stationary. So, strength 8, force to wound. Foul to wound. And then the Bright Lance does get its hit. Doesn't wound. Shocking dice rolls here. Eldar weaponry is good enough, but not good enough if you're rolling badly like that. Right, so we've still got the Wraith Knight to fire, and we've still got 2 Bright Lances here to fire as well. So, okay, no more nonsense, Mr. Kronos. Wraith Knight, who is ever so slightly angry here, will fire. It's guaranteed 4 shots. It's heavy 2 of each of those heavy Wraith cannons. 3s to hit rerolling 1s. And we'll reroll this one to hit you 4 times. Yes. Strength 16. 2s to wound. Hurrah. It's -4. It could be -3. I'll check here. I think it's -4. It is -4. Oh boy. Whoa, gone.
See if it detonates.
Yes, see if it detonates. God, horrific explosions taking place here. It hasn't detonated.
Kronos, because he's a passenger.
Yes, okay. What does 1 mean?
He's slain.
Oh.
But I'm going to spend the command point to
keep him
do the
alive.
little thing.
Okay.
He lives.
He lives.
5+ a regain. No.
No, alright. Well, so Dark Reapers got out, had a go, didn't do much, and the Wraith Knight said, watch this, fired down. Oh dear, that is the debut salvo from him.
Yeah.
Freshly painted, not the model, I've had the model for a long time, but I had the heavy Wraith Cannon bits in my box, put it together. No, I had it constructed when I made the model, sprayed it up, and then never painted those weapons, and then now with 8th edition new codex, I decided to use them, magnetised, stuck them on, and then now the opening salvo has worked like a treat just there. So Kronos, first victim here of the Wraith Knight's weaponry. Good shooting. And first blood picked up as well. Well done, Mr. Wraith Knight. These 2 here, we'll fire at this, try and damage it. So the first one, misses, reroll 1s. Still miss. Dreadful 1-shot dice rolling here. That's a... You're saying it's a hit, you're happy enough? Okay, it's a whole facing, we're playing just to keep things flowing here, but foul to wound though, so no wounds come through. Dreadful 1-shot weaponry there with those Bright Lances. That happens sometimes, notice it with las cannons as well, sometimes you get a good round, other times it's poor. Alright, I think shooting, just looking around, is done. Okay, it's not too bad from the Eldar. Not as good as I thought it would be, but damage being caused. This one's virtually destroyed. Kronos disembarking from the back. We'll go on to assaults now for the Eldar. We'll do some Overwatch, if there's any allowed here with the Banshees, and then there's some other assaults to do as well. We'll do that next. Right, so charges have taken place here. We charged first with the Shining Spears, no damage and Overwatch from them, into the Vindicator, and the Autarch as well. To finish that off, they should be able to finish that off, no problem, just one wound to try and pick up. We rolled well here, even with the obstacle, not counting that, that's a tank trap, so it's not affecting the infantry. They've moved through, and we rolled a 10 for Prince Uriel and a 9 for the Fire Dragons, so they have made it in against the Vindicator. No Overwatch because we charged the Banshees first, and you can see that one of them's made contact against that. That's to prevent the Overwatch, and the rest have gone into this 5-man squad down here. We rolled a 9 for them, which was good, and then we added 3 because we advanced with the speed of them. Banshees are quick. They could have reached up to here with that speed, and that's just on turn 1. So nice and quick from the ladies with the red hair. And then that's all the charges taking place. The Eldar are upon the Ultramarines here, piling in pretty quick. This is a swift attack from them. That's turn 1. They're right in the heart of the Ultramarine force already. Fascinating stuff here, seeing the new dynamic Eldar at work. We'll go on to combat resolution next. Okay, so we'll start with the Executioner first of all, and these Banshees fighting against the Marines. So she's just there. 3 attacks. Dear, that's dreadful.
Are you in 6 of Uriel?
No. Well, we'll check here. He's there, and there's a member of the unit just there. It's going to be tight, but possibly base to base. We'll check this here. Now, we've double-checked here. It's about 1/4 of an inch out, so no rerolls here. So the Exarch has dropped her Executioner. We'll do 2 attacks against the Vindicator just from regular Banshee. She's hit. No wounds. And there's 16 attacks against the Marines. This is where it counts here against them. 3s, this is better. God, swordsmanship here. And then we're on 5s to cause trouble. Yeah, we'll not wipe them out, but these are -3. So 4 saves of 6+ here from James. Try and keep these Marines alive. Saved 1, but 3 of them hacked down by the swords here of the Howling Banshees. Okay, so that's that combat resolved. Just consolidating a bit, but maintaining coherency here, just with the Banshee in the combat just there against the Vindicator. We'll go for these guys here. They're not going to be able to do much in combat. Just act as a shield ready for Prince Uriel. So 4, 5, and attacks just there with the Exarch. Yeah, it's a grenade, so it could be thrown. That's about it. Alright, so they've all hit. 6s to wound. Yeah, they've got a wound here. Regular save of 3+. This Vindicator's not taken any damage yet. It has now. Okay, so it's dropped 1 wound taken there by the Fire Dragons. Right, so Prince Uriel next. His spear can do something. 4 attacks. All hit. 2s to wound. Yes, wow. And 4 saves, -2, so 4 saves of 5+. Uriel's not bad here. He's only 100 points. James has blocked 2 though. Well done. 2d3 damage. Nice. 5 wounds dropped there. Prince Uriel's spear. The Spear of Twilight. So the Spear of Twilight there. All these old names bring back great memories of previous games down through the different seasons of battle reports here on the channel. Okay. A long history, yes. Okay. And James, like an elephant, he doesn't forget past experiences too easily. Alright, so and it's all happening again. He's getting flashbacks. You wait till the Scorpions... Oh dear. Wait till the Scorpions arrive. then you'll be in real trouble. Okay, so that's that combat done. We'll try and finish off this one here. Should easily be able to do it here with these laser lancers. So fight with the Exarch first of all. Coming in at strength 8. 2 hits. 4s to wound. Yeah, 1 wound gets through. And it's -4, and it's 2 damage. Gone. Alright, so James can roll up. James will be happy to detonate here, if he can. So 1. No, I doubt he's going to command reroll that. No. Alright, so that one's destroyed there as well. So truly this formation broken up here. Just 1 left there. Now, when you fall back for Ultramarines, that's infantry only, isn't it? Not for vehicles.
Ultramarines, bikes, and dreadnoughts.
Right, okay. But thankfully not Vindicators. Alright. Okay, so it's quite a visual feast here. Consolidation move made 3 inches with these, maxing them out, and then here the Autarch moving up a bit as well. He's nicely shielded now, protected by these. The Banshees and the Fire Dragons as well will all protect these characters from shooting coming through. So that's all the attacks done. James can fight back here with the Vindicator. It can strike back, and also the Marines here. Now, there is a Sergeant armed with a power maul. He'll swing that here and try and hit some of these Banshees back. So who are you going to strike back with, first of all?
We'll do the tactical squad against the Banshees.
Okay. Power maul to the face.
Yeah.
2 attacks.
Freeze to hit, reroll on 1s because of Kato. Both hit.
Okay. I think Kato might get involved with this fight.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's 2s to wound because it's strength 6.
Is it?
Plus 2 strength.
Nice.
So
2 wounds.
-1.
Nice one. 5 up saves. No, 2 of the Banshees smashed here. Their screams heard as the power maul strikes 2 of them. And then regular Marine can fight as well. And in the 3+3 rolls.
Hit.
Gets his hit as well. Freeze to wound. Yes, he does. 4 up save. No, another Banshee brought down here. So that's that morale for your squad. I need to put a 3 here as well for mine. So I'm going to lose 1, 2, and 3 here. Just here, James marking my morale. I'm taking this one because that puts me in cover now. If we stay there and we're shot at. D3 attacks here with the Vindicator. Gets an attack. Needing a 5. Nope.
6 to need.
A 6, right, okay. And that is it. That's the end of the turn. All the combat's done. Eldar have the upper hand now. I think they've done well, but James still has plenty of units to call upon. Las Cannon team still intact. Loads of Space Marines on the board here. Loads of tactical Marines and heavy weapons available for them. So still plenty of punch left in this Ultramarine force. And of course, Captain Kato Sakari is still happy and alive. Lieutenant Lucullus available as well, so those 2 may get stuck into this combat going on here with the Howling Banshees. Their presence will not be tolerated in this bunker. Alright, so we'll resolve some morale and then we'll move on to the second turn. Yeah, so morale's fine for both. No problem at all for either side. Order 3 for the Banshees. James order 3 for his squad as well. So that's the end of the turn. Both sides have had their initial blows here. Still plenty of units left on the table. It hasn't been utterly devastating. So both sides still in with a chance here in this game. It's early stages yet. Sometimes on turn 1 the game starts to go in a certain direction, but it's hard to determine here at the moment. Eldar have struck quite well, but Ultramarines could hit them back hard. We'll see. We'll go on to the second turn now for the Ultramarines. Okay, so we're on to the second turn now for the Ultramarines. Going to try and cope with the Eldar as best as he can. Vindicators appear lost to a fair degree. This one was knocked down quite badly on wounds thanks to Prince Uriel's spear. Pretty deadly. James no doubt will pull out of combat with that and then try and reduce the Eldar down. They're not so tough. 4 up save. Toughness 3 with the Banshees, and here you can gradually try and whittle wounds down, but there's a number of units to try and deal with. Banshees, Dragons, the characters here, the Shining Spears, and then if he ignores, or if he tries to deal with these and puts a heavy emphasis on the assaulting units, then there's the supporting units at the back here, posing a threat for the Eldar as well. But great to see the Wraith Knight getting to fire. It would have been a shame if he died on turn 1, which could have happened, but he survived. Still on 16 wounds here. 12 is his damage bracket, so James will require 4 wounds to knock his ability down. See the Wraith Knight drop a bracket in damage, and it will affect his accuracy and movement and so on. So Banshees here, I think James should be able to deal with those. Cato Sicarius nearby, the Lieutenant Lucullus nearby also. James has drawn some another card here, Domination, which is secure every objective on the board. It's a mission impossible there as well. Maybe one he can grab towards the end of the game if you do clear the Eldar away. There's a number of objectives that James has picked up here that would be valuable to him towards the end of the game. If he can purge the area of the Eldar, I'd virtually need to wipe them out, then try and gain all of these objectives here. Well, I was going to say could go for it. You potentially could take 3 of them. It's not too bad actually. Look, you hold this one, you hold the one at the top. You could go and grab that one. This one here you could take control of. That's 4. And then you do have the assault squads. You could try and contend for this one over here. This one's the difficult one to try and get a hold of. But maybe if he destroys the Wraith Knight, he can then move in later on to push the rest of the Eldar away from that area. So it's not too bad a situation. It might be a mission that can be accomplished at a later point in the game. Yeah, and as he does that, to grab these, he can fulfill the other mission, which is advance, to move all of his models out of his deployment zone. But at this stage, I think he's just going to focus in on doing as much damage to the Eldar as possible as they try to cope with this swift and deadly attack taking place at the moment. Alright, so movement done for the Ultramarines here. I have rolled up for the Eldar. We didn't get a 6 to gain a command point at the start of the turn. James holding position with these. I think he's going to go for a surge later on in the game. Just waiting to see what the Eldar do at this point. Devastator's holding position.
They move slightly. So
oh, just like... Yeah, they're allowed to do that. Yeah, it's models that move. So, yeah, that's fine. Yes, that's fine.
He advanced, and so did he.
Right, okay. And this squad here's moved by the looks of it.
Yeah, they've moved.
Okay. Cato's here, not committing to the fight then. He's going to hold back for now.
Well, he's moved a little bit. He may do.
Right, okay. He might charge down. All right, we'll see, depending on how it goes. Squad here is broken off of combat. They will be able to shoot, though, at -1.
He'll be auto-hitting because he's got a flamer.
Ah, yes, good for you. Yes, there's a flamer in that squad. And then pulling out of combat here with the Vindicator and popping smoke. And then Kronos has pulled back as well. The guys on top moved slightly. Just some slight adjustments taking place. These falling back, just trying to prevent an advance right there. This holding position, securing the objective and denying the Scorpions as well, who want to turn up somewhere. They'd love to turn up at the back, but James trying to deny that with some clever placement from his units. So that's movement done. Ultramarines pushed back to the bunker here, not expanding out at this stage. They're going to try and counter-attack later. The first objective is to repel this Eldar attack, to blunt the edge of their blade, and then to strike back later on. It's a sound tactic, it's worked before. See what kind of damage they can do in the shooting phase. Alright, so las cannons are going to go again, and they're going to try and finish off the knight. It's perfectly doable. He should be able to get his hits, and really should be able to get his wounds. It really just depends on what kind of damage roll James makes.
Signal, this is 2s.
2s, yeah.
He hits.
Hits, and 3 others. Need 3s.
We've all hit this time.
We've all hit. Okay. 3s to wound. Oh no. 3 2s, that's the worst possible result. 2's not good, 1's a rerollable. Just the 1 comes through. No command points available? None.
No, I've got 4 command points, but I'm not going to spend them.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm not going to be tempted.
Okay. Alright, so we'll try and block this on a 6. Nope. So d6 damage you can score here. It is a 1. We drop down to 15 wounds on the Wraith. Oh, hang on. Command point at this stage. 4. Better. Alright, so we drop down to 12. Doesn't regain. That's better. That's now knocked us down into that damage bracket. So that is a much better result there. That could have been a lot worse with the las cannons, but 3 of them failing to wound. Crucial result just there. The Wraith Knight still remains defiantly alive. Right, so signs of Gilliman being played on this combat squad.
Yep.
She hasn't regained. Okay, so 6 shots with bolters. 2 of them are in rapid fire. It's going to try and cause some wounds here on the Shining Spears.
So 3s to hit, re-rolling.
Okay, this is accurate firepower. 1's missed. 4s to wound with toughness 4. 2 get through. There's no minuses on this at all, just regular free up saves. Oh, no.
Move away.
Yes, that could help us out a bit. I'm just contemplating whether to reroll, but I can't even choose to do that because we've got no command points. Not aloof way to the rescue here. We've lost one of the shining spears. That's painful, that. Double one. Grave cannon next. Same target.
Rerolls to hit because of the Scions of Guilliman. So 3 hits. Strength 5, AP -3. What's your armor save, please?
3 up save.
So it's D3 points of damage because your armor save 3 up.
Right.
The grab.
Interesting.
Reroll 1s to wound because of Lieutenant.
Yep. Nice.
AP -3 saves.
-3. Okay, so go to 4 up invuln save with these, which we pass 1.
So it's D3 points of damage.
Right.
One of them.
The first one.
So take 2, so it's 2.
You've killed 1.
3 saves.
Yep. And then the next one
3.
is 3. So it will be 2 models removed. So the first model, see if we can save him. I'm not sure how to do this here. We've saved 1 of those points. We'll roll up another 3. No. So it's per wound. I think you've still killed 2 models. Yeah, okay. So checking the wording here, it's each time a model with this ability or attribute loses a wound. So that model that took 2 and died, we passed 1, it stayed alive. The other one rolled and failed 3 times, it died. So one of them has survived. So we remove him and then we put a wound on another. James didn't regain the command point. So again, Aloofway helping out here, keeping one of those models alive, but they've now taken 2 casualties with some poor armour saves, really. James bypassing there, the damage getting through. So Shining Spears taking some heavy damage here, really, from James's firepower. He's still got plenty left. So Eldar advance confidently. Sometimes they get punished for it, and it's starting to happen here. We'll see how much more damage comes through. So, what next?
Company champion's going to throw a frag grenade.
A frag grenade, okay.
It's 1 shot.
1 shot.
Hits. Doesn't wound.
No wound, okay. Kronos going to chuck a grenade, trying to flush these patches out.
Reroll.
No, out of range, okay. So failing here, grenades being thrown, but not enough to clear these ladies out. Maybe they've gone inside here, hiding inside there, and the grenade's just rolling off the top of the bunker. Okay, so frag grenade coming from the squad, and then bolt of fire to come as well.
That's 4 shots.
4 shots. Where's your plasma gun going to fire?
It's going to have to target... yeah, fire dragons.
Fire dragons, right, okay, sees the danger of getting rid of them.
Yeah, plasma cannon to the fire.
Fire dragons, sure.
And
a frag grenade going to do that.
And
The bolters. Right, so frag grenade first of all. 4 shots going into the benches. They've all hit. And 2 wounds, yeah, 4 up. 2 up save because of the bunker, which is being used against James now. But no, there's a 1 just there, and it's not a loofway, so we just go for 1 bench. You'll take this one away. No, we'll remove this one just in case you get tempted to charge. So we'll take that one off. Bolt of fire now. So the bunker's protecting James. It's sort of helping us now as well. 3s to win with these bolters. Rerolling for the tenants. Yep, okay. Yeah, passed. No, 4 up save plus 2 becomes a 2 up. Yep, so we've passed all of those.
Plasma.
Firing across here, yes.
Not supercharging.
Okay.
D3.
2 shots.
2 shots.
Loads of rerolls here.
1 hit. AP -3. Reroll 1s to wound, thankfully, because of the lieutenant.
Oh dear, we're both pulling out some terrible dice rolling here in this game. This is affecting both sides. 6 saves required. That was bolt of fire. James forgot those from earlier, firing down into the benches, rapid fire, and we just rolled 6 and passed all 6 with the bunker helping us out. So still just 1 benchy destroyed so far. Okay, so another casualty cause that was from a pistol here, the grav pistol from the sergeant, firing across, rooted out one of the benches from there. Bolters fired through here as well, no damage against the benches, and then the heavy bolter fired across, 1 wound caused on the fire dragons, and we passed that. So no damage there. So 2 benches slain so far. They've been reduced to half strength. There's 5 of them left. Flamer going across, yeah. D6 auto hits, 2 hits, 3s to wound. No, whoa, okay, no impact there. Can't fight fire with fire. Fire dragon surviving against the flames of the flamer. Right, that's the rest of the shooting phase finished. James did fire this across and did no damage. Who did you target there with the Stormbolter? Against these? Right, okay, no damage.
No damage.
Across here, though, 2 more benches brought down. That was plasma pistols from... Combi plasma from the Lieutenant Lucullus, and then from Cato himself as well. So lining up their pistol shots, taking out Banshees just there. 3 of them left now, so they have been damaged significantly. Right, so shooting phase finished. James says he does have charges to take place. We'll let him charge, and we'll do some Overwatch as well. All right, so assault's taking place here. The company champion charging in. Great to see him getting involved in the fight. They're the 5-man combat squad charging in against the 3-woman Banshee squad just there. Okay, so champion first of all. Overwatch, by the way, no damage at all. We threw a plasma grenade and then 2 shuriken pistols.
He's on 2s to hit.
Very good.
Rerolling 1s because of Cato. Rerolling 1s.
So he swings, 2 hits come through.
Strength user, AP -3, 2 damage. Rerolling 1 because of the
Sit me.
Both wounded.
Okay, it's 2 wounds coming through. So
-3.
nothing them, straight through.
2 damage.
2 damage, so 2 Banshees gone. Just the Exarch remains alive with her Executioner. So now you've got 5 attacks to try and finish her off. She has 2 wounds, might survive this. Bit of a showdown here between these two. Exarch and company champion. They get a good number of hits here. She could die. It's going to be 4 up save, 3's to wound. Oh, reroll 1s. Yeah, I think she's gone here. Oh no, slain twice over. Banshee's removed from play. Swift, semi-deadly, and then destroyed, repulsed there by the superior Ultramarines. So Banshee's gone. James can consolidate if he wishes with those 2 units, and that will mark the end of the turn here. Ultramarines have kicked out the Eldar from this position once. They may have to do it again, but so far they've kept the area clear. Right, so that is the end of the second turn here for the Ultramarines. They have struck back at the Eldar here. Pretty good. They've recovered the situation. They've kept the vehicle alive, pulling back here. They've dealt with the Banshees. Took a lot of effort with shooting, but then combat helped to mop them up, and they have secured their position once again. But Eldar still have units available here. Dragons and Prince Uriel, the Autarch on the bike, and some of the Shining Spears still alive, so there's definitely an Eldar threat in the area, and Scorpions lurking somewhere on the table may well be revealed next turn as well. But still plenty of Space Marines left, a lot to try and chew through for the Eldar here. They need to make some kind of impact. And there's still Rhinos with combat squads on this flank as well, so still plenty of resources for the Ultramarines. Both armies still plenty of units on the board. But look, Eldar casualties starting to mount here. They need to be careful. If they start taking too many casualties and looking thin on the ground, the Ultramarines will wrestle them out of the game. But we'll go on to the next turn. We've just got a bit of morale. I think this is auto pass. I'm just going to roll dice anyway. 5. I think the leadership 8. So that's a 7. So they are fine. So that is the end of the turn. We'll go now onto the second turn for the Eldar. See if they can mount another attack and see how successful they can be. So start of the turn here, see if we can get a 6. Nope, that's for a command point. And then we will reveal our next objective, which is secure objective number 6. Objective number 6 is, that's 5 or 4. That's number 6, and that's what the Dire Avengers are there for. So we should be able to pick up a victory point for that. All right, we'll go on to movement now for the Eldar on turn 2. All right, so movement here for the Eldar on their second turn. So Dark Reapers have moved into cover just here. 7-inch move by them, or 6-inch move by them. Falcons moved around 16, nice and quick from him. The Exarch's on the move. Maybe we'll try and get him into combat somewhere. So he's started a long march across the board. And then keeping in range of these to grant the reroll 1s. The Warlord here shifted across as well for Low Choose Wing, moving up to here just to grant reroll 1s for all of these, including the Knight as well. Guardians have held position happily on the objective. Just about an inch shifted there by the Dire Avengers to secure that objective, so we'll pick up a point at the end of the turn. Shining Spears move round to pick on the Rhino. Prince Uriel's gone on his own, ready to charge into these squads. Fire Dragons have made a battle focus move to lend some fire support to try and take out some of the Devastator Marines. Scorpions have stayed off for another turn. We tried to line up a couple of ideas, but it didn't work out, so we've kept them off the board, remembering that James still has those 2 Assault Marine units to arrive. And the Autarch here, with the Laser Lancers, moved across here to threaten the combat squad on the bunker just here. So that's movement done. We'll go on to shooting phase next for the Eldar on turn 2. Okay, start Prince Uriel, the Eye of Wrath here against this combat squad. It's D6 shots, it's 5 shots. 2's to hit. Rerolls. Strength 6. Ouch, 2 wounds, not quite so good. 2 wounds at -2 against this combat squad here. It's 2 saves of 5+. James will need to pass these, otherwise they'll be gone. And he passes 1. Okay, so it's either the Flamer or the Sergeant that's died, killed by the Eye of Wrath. So the Sergeant succumbs. James wants to keep the Flamer alive, just there. Okay, so Prince Uriel's done something. Do Laser Lances and Star Lance into here. And Shuriken Catapults as well. Just going to try and take this Rhino out. So, Laser Lance shots. 1's hit. 5's for a wound. Nope. Star Lance has missed. So that's their firepower. We've also got twin Shuriken Catapults to fire from them as well. So the Exarch here, I'll do him separate. So he gets 3 or 1 wounds. So he's hit. There's 2 wounds there at -3 actually. I'll roll those 2 again. And there's another 1 at a regular save. So 3 up save. Yep, and 2 saves of 5+. Well done, James. Good dice rolling. Okay, well done. So that's those 4. Then the other 8 shots. All hit. And then some 6s, yes. And a save as well. So 3 saves of 5+. Save 2, and then a save of 3+. Okay, so just 2 wounds taken on the Rhino. Alright, we've just slain a Marine here. That was the Laser Lance firing from the Autarch, so he's doing his damage. And then we'll go... We've got to start picking on that Devastator squad. So we're going to fire all of those shots against the Devastator squad from the Fire Dragons. So the Fire Pike, first of all, misses. And then 5 shots here. With the Fire Dragons. 2 misses. Those have all wounded. So he's coming at -4, so 5's to save here. The bunker proved very tough to deal with. Oh, James. 1.
Plus I get to shoot because I'm in 6.
Yep.
And the relic? No.
Okay. So 1 Marine slain. Seems like a long way to go before we can get through to those laser cannons. Alright, so we've resolved the rest of the Eldar shooting here. Wraith Knight firing up at the Devastators. Falcon firing at the Devastators as well. Shuriken Cannon fired across here, did no damage. But the Dark Reapers fired through here. We elected to go after this target, reducing, getting a hit that came through, and James failed to save. And so 3 wounds removed, down to 2 left now on this Vindicator. It's in a sorry state. But the rest of the firepower here from the Wraith Knight, the Falcon, and then 2 Bright Lance hits as well, reducing in total 4 casualties on the Devastators. Didn't get through to any laser cannons, but we stripped away the bodyguard, just the Sergeant with the Signum just left. Oh, look at this Apothecary here. Yes, you can start restoring models on a 4+. Handy to have on standby there. James have fired, by the way, that the banner grants him a roll of a 4+ to try and fire back or fight back. And then fire down here actually killed one of the Fire Dragons, a bolt of fire from the bodyguard that was slain. Laser Lance here took out one of the Marines with firepower, and then we've seen the damage coming through here on this Rhino, reduced down to 8 wounds. So that's firepower done. Not too bad. It's proving awkward to remove the Devastators. That's the tricky heavy weapons that need to be destroyed at this stage, and Eldar struggling, that bodyguard doing its job and absorbing the damage. That's shooting phase done. We'll go on to assaults. There's a number of assaults that the Eldar have lined up. We'll roll up some charges and Overwatch next. Okay, so charges have taken place. Shining Spears have made it in. The Autarch on the bike has made it in up here, taking a wound though from a crack grenade round. Prince Uriel charged the Vindicator, took a hit, but James rolled a 1 to wound, so failed to wound. And we didn't charge with the Fire Dragons. But the Eldar, bit out of shape here. Fire Dragons are not really in the ideal spot. And our attacks here down to characters really and a damaged squad, so not too powerful with our attacks at the moment. And the bunker's still happily being defended by Cato Sicarius and his trusty lieutenant as well. So still the game's open for either side, but Eldar press on here, see what kind of damage we can do in assault. Alright, so Prince Uriel here. Yes, you laugh at Prince Uriel, but he gets to reroll once. And 2s to wound. Aha! 3 saves here of 5+. Vindicator's in trouble. Oh, he passes 2. Well done, James. 3+ to kill you, though. D3 damage. No, a wound. And we've got no rerolls available, so it drops down to 1. The Vindicator defiantly remains alive here on 1 cursed wound remaining. Right, so that's that combat resolved. Do laser lances next. So 4 regular laser lances. 5s to wound. Yeah, there's 2 6s. That's not good. That is 4 wounds. Ouch, there's no saves. It's -4. Exarch here. Now, we need 3s. We could finish off if you roll well. We do roll well. We're on 3s to wound. They all wound. Gone. That was pretty swift with that. It doesn't detonate, and the rhino's been finished off. They're much better than they used to be in combat. Oh dear, the shooting's all right, but combat's horrific here from these Shining Spears. They're proving to be a real pain here for the Ultramarines. They've destroyed a tank very swiftly and very effectively indeed. Okay, so another vehicle starts to billow with smoke. That's 3 of them knocked out by the Eldar now. We'll go upstairs with the Ultuck. Look at the position he's in here, flying on top, fighting against the Marines. Just that. So 4 attacks of him, needing 2s. Then needing 3s.
Hold on a second.
Yes, there's 2 wounds. James is interrupting here because he is allowed to. So those are 2 dead. We're going to keep that result. Happy enough?
Oh, yeah.
Right, okay. So James will get to fight first. So see if he can kill me. Well, there's 5 wounds to try and get through. But he can interrupt play here at least with these 4.
It's called Battle Forged Heroes, so any tactical squad between 6 of Cato, they interrupt.
Fine, yep. 4 attacks needing 3s.
We are in 1s because of Cato.
Oh, the bonuses that Cato grants. 4s to wound, we're toughness 4.
But not within 6
of the 10. Okay, so nothing coming through. So 2 Marines can be removed. Take it be this one and
yeah.
Go on there. Okay, so I've just manoeuvred down there to be in base contact with those. So Marines beginning to lose casualties here, looking a bit thinner on the ground. Just looking around, that is combat's finished. So jet bikes proving a menace here, doing well against their targets, despite the loss of the Banshees just here, and not looking so strong with the Fire Dragons caught out in the open. But decisions to make. There are plenty of targets that James will need to try and take out. Jet bikes here, Wraith Knight lurching ahead, and then these other threats here as well on the board. So Eldar looking pretty strong, but James is laughing at something.
That's my tactical squad, my brand new one.
Oh, the squad you just painted, yeah. That's, has been decimated, right? Okay. Oh, right, so that's the combat squad there from that.
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay, so they've been hit hard. I honestly didn't know it was them, but they've been damaged heavily here. We'll do morale. This is an auto pass. And you've lost 2. Oh, 3. Right, so you should be fine. Just roll a dice, see what you get. No, nothing to worry about there. That's a 1. And that is about it. Oh, no, there's 4 up here.
Auto pass because they're relic.
Right, fine, okay. So we've got to kill them here. They're not going to run from the battle. They'll have to be destroyed. So that's the end of the second turn for the Eldar. They're doing okay. Both sides are doing okay, really. I think the Eldar slightly ahead here, but now we hand over to the Ultramarines. It's their chance to try and bounce back at this stage. So turn 3 coming up for the Ultramarines. Just to mention, actually, we have fulfilled secure objective number 6. That is number 6, yeah. So a victory point picked up for the Eldar. So a chance now for the Ultramarines to bounce back. We'll go on to their third turn next. Alright, so movement for the Ultramarines here on their third turn. The Marines moving out here to take on, shoot at and no doubt charge against the Fire Dragons just there. Laser Cannon team holding position. James has moved the Apothecary up there and rolled on his Narvacian but failed to restore one of the models to play. Holding position here with these 2.
He moved back into there,
just backing off. Yeah, all right. I think James is holding with those, waiting to move out later on to grab objectives once the Eldar attack has been stopped. That's the idea, at least. Holding position here with this combat squad, Sicarius and the lieutenant moving out across, getting ready to charge against the Autarch Skyrunner, and then assault marines have arrived, supported here by the company veterans, and one squad here, and then one squad here in this corner, 9 inches away from the Eldar units, getting ready to shoot and potentially charge as well. So more Ultramarines have turned up here, more Marines for the Eldar to try and bring down. James still looking strong in the bunker complex. We'll go on to shooting phase next now on turn 3. Alright, so shooting phase, James is going to start how he has done in previous turns. Las cannon teams, Scions of Guilliman being played. I take it you're going after the Wraith Knight. Oh yes, 4 shots. Right, so 1 shot first of all with the... Oh, they're on 2.
He gives one of them ballistic skill 5.
2+. Right, so do that one first. Yep. Gets his hit, and then there's 3 others to shoot with.
Rerolling 1s because of the card.
Yeah.
No, I can't
okay.
reroll.
Oh, right, you played the card because Sicarius has moved away. Yep, yeah. Okay. So 3 hits come through. 3's to wound, strength 9, toughness 8, and they've all wounded again. Oh, there's trouble here. 6's to try and block. I think we need to block at least one of these. We blocked 2. Amazing. All right. So D6 damage. That's a very, very significant result just there. And he's rolled a 1 for his damage. And he's. I'm going to leave it there because he might want to re-roll that. He's got 2 command points left. All right. So re-roll that damage then, so you can get anything but a 1. To improve. 5's a lot better. Alright, that's a lot better. So knocking down to 7. We'll see if we can block these here on 6's. We block 1. So we drop down to 6 wounds remaining on the Wraith Knight. So is in trouble now, but still alive after a lot of firepower has been directed against that unit. Okay, so Wraith Knight survives. We'll let James press some of the rest of his firepower here on his turn 3 of shooting. Alright, so James has finished the rest of his shooting. It's just to summarise. Tactical objective, by the way, this is the 3rd one that he has, Death from Above. So this is what he's after. He hasn't fulfilled it yet. Score 1 victory point if at least 1 enemy unit that was destroyed on your turn. The last model in the enemy unit was slain by an attack made by a unit that can fly, or a unit that arrived as reinforcements during the turns. He's tried to do that here with these. He's got assault phase left to try and do that. If he fails, then that card is redundant and we'll let him drop that for next turn. Any card would say in the house rule here, any cards that are impossible to fulfill can just be automatically dropped. So firing across here, then bolt pistols firing through, then a plasma gun here. James supercharged with that and then rolled a 1. Too far away for any rerolls. No command points available, so that company veteran was slain. And the grav cannon firing through as well. All of those hits and some wounds coming through, passing a number of 3-up saves and also some 4+ invuln saves when required as well. But the jet bikes still remain alive, no damage taken on them at all. Sicarius fired through with his plasma pistol, and we passed a save there on the jet bike, and then the lieutenant fired across. First of all, it was the heavy bolts down here firing hellfire shells, put some wounds on the Wraith Knight, some mortal wounds, and then the plasma cannon as well, and the final wound or 2 wounds picked up on the Knight that did bring it down. It has gone, and that was the lieutenant firing through. So good firepower, just about enough to bring down that great beast. But that is a serious loss to the Eldar there, and they've lost their great Wraith Knight here. We'll see later on how much that affects them. Still plenty of Ultramarines on the table here. And then combat squads and bolters firing through here against the Fire Dragons. We've lost 1, and still 4 of them remain alive. So that's the firepower done. It's pretty evens here, I reckon, at this stage. Perhaps even the Ultramarines slightly ahead. They're still looking very strong on the bunker here, but Eldar do have a good chunk of heavy firepower available, so it's still anyone's game at this stage. We'll go on to charges and Overwatch. Yes, James will attempt some, I'm sure, so we'll roll up some charges and Overwatch next. Alright, so charges attempted here. Not able to fire laser lances, only range 6. This squad firing through, fired shuriken catapults, twin shuriken catapults from the jet bikes against them. They failed to make that charge. No casualties, but a casualty was taken here on these. They attempted to charge and also failed to get in. He can be removed. He's gone. That's from shuriken. Yeah, twin shuriken catapults on the jet bikes. Rerolling 1s because they were near. The Autarch here, who is in trouble, Sicarius and the Lieutenant have charged him. And then over here, no damage from Overwatch, the Lone Marine here with the Flamer, and then the 5-man squad with Heavy Bolt have charged in against them. So I'll resolve these combats next. I think the Autarch is about to be slain. Freeze to hit then. James is just going to lump all these together. 6 attacks.
Not moving.
No one's within, no. Freeze to wound. Just a wound comes through. 3 up to hold. It's helpful, not taking any damage there. That's good. Fire dragons remain alive. Then round here, Sicarius first.
Yep.
Against the Autarch.
4 attacks.
Yeah.
Using 2s.
Then re-rolling 1s.
Because Captain. Just 3 hits.
Strength 6.
No. Strength 4. Any roll of 6 is D3 mortal wounds instead.
Nice. Okay. Force to wound.
So it's
D3 mortal wounds. Yeah.
So it's 1 mortal wound.
Yeah. Is that on top of the regular damage?
No.
Right. Okay.
That is.
So 1 save.
AP minus 3.
Passed. Oh, AP minus, is it?
AP minus 3. Yes.
Oh, right. Okay. No, we've still passed it on a 6 with 3 up save. Right. So there's another wound taken. Anything else from Sicarius?
No, that's it.
Lieutenant next.
3 attacks with him.
Yep.
2s. Rerolling 1s because of Kato. So that's 3 hits. Strength 4, toughness 4. Only 1 AP minus 3 save.
Minus 3, okay. Save here. That's saved because we have 4+ invuln, I believe. I'll just check that for the jet bike. I think he still does. Yeah, 4+ invuln he has, so he survives that. Pretty handy in combat to have that kind of ability. So that's all of James's units of fought. We'll fight back here with the Autarch. Our laser lance to be fighting at strength 3 though, because we didn't charge. So these are going against Kato here. Oh, horrific dice rolling. So 2's hits, yeah. Right, so that's just 2 hits after those rerolls. Then 5s to cause trouble. Oh, 2 5s, or a 6 and a 5. So down to an invuln save. These are at -4.
So Kato has a 4+ on Halo save. He passes.
Whoa, 6 and 5 in return. James passes that. Well done. So no damage there, and that's all the attacks from him. And then fire dragons here. 5 attacks in 3s. 5s. Nothing from them, so 0 impact, and that marks the end of turn 3 here for the Ultramarines. Okay, so turn finish, bit of morale to do. It's auto pass for this one. It's auto pass for James down here, just on 1 casualty, and that is the end of the turn. So any objectives achieved?
I failed to kill the death from above, so...
Yeah, we'll make that redundant. Drop that card now, and then you can draw 2 next turn. Alright, so we're in the turn there. We'll go on to the 3rd turn now for the Eldar. Looking a bit thin on the ground. Perhaps their assaults... This assault here is starting to run out of steam. We'll have to see. They still have some heavy firepower to call upon. And the Scorpions are yet to arrive on the board as well. So we'll go on to turn 3 for the Eldar next. So we're on the start of the turn here, just remembering to bring the Scorpions on. 6+ to try and get a command point. Nope. And then we fulfilled an objective, so I'm going to draw 2 this turn. Behind enemy lines, secure 1 victory point. If you have at least 1 unit complete within the enemy's deployment zone. If you have 3 units in your opponent's deployment zone, it's D3. That's very doable. So that's a good one for the Eldar. That may well give them a surge ahead in points here. And then domination, D3 plus 3 victory points if you control every objective marker on the battlefield. That's one to tuck away towards the end of the game to definitely help secure victory at the end. Interesting cards have been selected here. We'll go on to Eldar movement next. Alright, so movement done for the Eldar here on turn 3. Scorpions have turned up at the end of the movement phase, so just over 9 inches away from this Vindicator on 1 wound remaining, and just over 9 inches away from the assault squad just here. So deploying now to try and make an impact on this game. Look who's staring straight back at them. Sicarius here on top of the bunker. Okay. Around here, the jet bikes have moved over and across. They're prepared to shoot and assault. Autarch's disengaged from combat and pulled out to over here. He can fire, but he'll not be able to charge. Fire dragons have remained in combat just to fight on, and then Prince Uriel is heading towards them to the rescue. And then the Autarch here has moved up 11 inches in total after an advanced move made with him. We've slightly adjusted the position of the Exar or the Autarch here Within 6s of everybody, including the Falcon now, to grant the reroll 1s to shoot. And that's about it. Just the Dire Avengers over there. They haven't moved, just doing their job of holding that objective. I think the aim this turn is to try and eliminate the las cannons before they start picking on other heavy targets for the Eldar. So I'm going to try and pick those off and try and destroy as many Marines as possible here on this turn. So we are fulfilling the mission card here. We have 3 units within James's deployment zone, so setting ourselves up for potential victory points as well. We'll go now on to the shooting phase next to see what kind of damage the Eldar can do. Alright, so Scorpions are going to fire here. These ones are within 12 to fire their pistols across, including the Exarch here with his 2 shots. So, not bad to start with them. Scorpions have arrived. And James will need to... I'm going to cut down our charge range, actually. I hope you pass these. I shouldn't have fired pistols at you. That's a bit silly. But James needs to make 4 saves here. Every loss will be good for him, in a way. He's lost 2. I think you want to keep the Sergeant alive, though. But I reckon he'll take that one and that one. Alright, so that makes our charge distance greater. We'll need to roll very well now. But James has taken 2 casualties just there on that squad. The other 4 shots are going to go into this. See if you can pick off a wound. Any 5 and 6 will be good. There is a 5 and a 6. So a 6 up save to stay alive here. He rolls a 6. And then a simple 3 up save to definitely stay alive. And passes that one as well. Well done. Infuriating dice rolling here from James. Just bringing down Marines here with laser lances. All Tarks fired and killed the last of the company veterans. 2 more brought down by laser lances here. And then we've got Shuriken, twin Shuriken catapults to fire also. Leaving 3s. I was going to say reroll 1s, but there's none there. We could delete this squad if we roll well enough. 4s here, there's 2 6s. So that's 2 saves of 6+. That's Shuriken rounds coming through. And then 4 regular saves as well. So 2 saves of 6 up. Nope, and then 4 saves of 3+. Horrific firepower coming from these guys. Whoa, wiped out there, destroyed utterly. Merciless destruction here from the Shining Spears, heading towards unit of the game, I think, for the Eldar at the moment. Real pain, a real bane here for the Ultramarines, and their tally of destruction increases. And aided and helped by the Autark. Very handy to have nearby. Rerolling 1s, helpful for sure. Prince Uriel is going to throw a plasma. 1 shot and actually hits and wounds. James will have a 2 up save here to make. So failed. That's one of these Marines gone from the bunker just here. Plasma grenade finding its mark. Okay. Falcon's going to fire. Shuriken cannon try and finish this off. These wrecks aren't here. They don't exist. And then pulse laser and the Bright Lance are going to fire off up the Devastator squad. So the 3 shots against the Devastator squad, same stat line really. So they've all hit, thankfully, because they remain stationary. 2s for wounds. They all wound. It's -4. James is in the bunker though, so he goes to a 5 up save. No, 1, 2, 3.
I wonder what I'm going to do.
Gone. Ah, yes, the banner. Right. So Sergeant's gone, and then he's going to lose 2 las cans. James gets to roll up here to see if he can shoot back. So it's 2 dice needing 3 ups. This is las cannons. 1 does. And where would you like to probably back up the unit that shot you? Or?
You shoot me and I'll shoot you.
Okay. So 1 shot needing 3.
Hits.
Yep. 3 to wound.
Oh.
6 up save. Nope, and it's D6 damage. Falcon's been targeted here. It's taken 4 wounds. It is a Luftwaffe, Craft World, and we don't block any. Alright, so we drop down to 8 wounds remaining. So that banner is helpful. It really is good. Be careful when you fire at a heavy weapons team like that with a banner nearby. But James has lost 2 of the las cannons. That's key, although the Eldar have received some damage just there. So I'm going to fire the Dark Reapers next. Going to try and finish off this unit over here. So we'll fire the Strength 8 option with these. So we'll fire the Exarch first of all. He gets his hit. Just have to roll him separate. There's... Oh yes, there is the Autark nearby. Just 3 hits. 2s to wound. 2 wounds do get through. There's an invuln save here that James may want to take on a combat shield. You dropped a 6 up save anyway. Combat shield gives you
5 up anyway.
5 up, okay. So first one. Nope. And then the last one's a 6 up to save the last of the Assault Marines. And no, I think it's a 6. Yeah, it's a whole face and we're playing, so it is a 6. He's survived. Right, so correction here. James was meant to lose the regular Marine first. That's the one who wanted to take the casualty. Rolled a 1 for him, he died. And the 6 is meant to be for the combat shield. James has passed, so we've just corrected that, got that the right way round, and that is sorted out. So 1 casualty taken there from that firepower. So we'll press on now, see what else we have left to shoot with. I think we've got the 2 bright lances here. We could try and pick off las cannons. Mightily tempted to do so. Yes, otherwise the Falcon may well find itself in trouble. Right, so we'll fire this one here first of all, needing a 3. Rerolling 1s. Thankfully, we can reroll. Still get a 1. We're going to have to go and fire at the other one. Got to do it. That gets a hit. 2's for a wound. Yes, the wound comes through. -4 and then +2 for the bunker. So 5 up save to keep him alive. Yes, he does. He rolls another 6. This is excellent dice roll from James in this game. So that's the shooting phase finished. I think we've still got the shuriken cannon to fire. Let's try and pick off a wound on the Vindicator. We can reroll that one. And then 5s and 6s here. Nothing. Curses. Okay, it doesn't come through. So that is shooting phase finished. It's not too bad. Pretty good here. It's still one of the strongest units here is the Shining Spears. They've done very well indeed, clearing a path just there. They may have a possible charge on here as well against these Marines. We'll go on to charges and assaults and Overwatch next for the Eldar on their 3rd turn. Right, so charges have gone ahead here. Prince Uriel was going to go over there. I was going to try and get to this squad, but I can't get through that gap. You have to allow it for an inch of influence either side of those units. This is a separate unit here in this model. So instead we've charged against the Vindicator. I'm going to try and pick up the last wound on that. And then here we rolled a 10 for a charge, no damage on Overwatch. The Scorpions have descended upon the Lone Sergeant just here. We attempted to charge here, no damage from Overwatch from these, and then didn't roll high enough for the Shining Spears to make it into combat against this squad just there. Still trying to pick up and cause as many casualties against regular Ultramarine models as possible. So combats continue. Charges first. So try and finish off this tank here. 2s. Reroll the 1.
Toughness 8.
2s to wound.
Regardless of toughness.
Yeah, always 2s.
Singing Spear.
Sing Spear. Right, so 4 saves, needing 6s.
Quadruple 6 coming. Here we go.
It might be 5s actually. We'll roll up, see what you get. No, it's either a -2 or it's a -3, and it's gone anyway. Okay, so
detonate to the face.
Oh no.
4.
It's a 4. Okay, so destroyed. The last of the Vindicators has gone. Right, so we've stayed where we are. We've not consolidated. Just holding position there with Prince Uriel. Right, so Mandate Blasters here. We'll probably be able to just finish this Marine off. I'll roll up some dice. I'll roll 7 just to see if we get any 6s. There's 1, so I think that's the end of him immediately there with a mortal wound. Yes, that was quick. They're sprayed with Mandate Blasters. We'll go 3 inches in this direction with these to gain them a little bit of ground here towards the enemy. Now we're behind this. This doesn't count. These are in the open here. The wreck doesn't count for anything. We can remove it if we need to. Okay, that can disappear. That's the morale there for James's Assault Marines. The Scorpions are here, making their presence felt here on the battlefield. So that's charges. We'll pick a combat. It'll be this one, in 3s. I'll roll this one again because we've got an extra attack there for the Autark. 5s for wounds. It's a wound, needing a 3+. We'll direct it against this squad, doesn't matter. Passed anyway. Okay. So James gets 6 attacks back.
Yep, pick a combat. So I'm going to do...
You can lump them all together because we've finished now. Yeah, so 6 dice, needing 3s and then 3s again.
They've got a bit more muscle than the old Eldar. That's pretty.
God, dear, combat knives out here. And trying to finish these fire dragons off.
That's 3 wounds.
3 up saves. Whoa, pass. The heavy aspect armor holds. Okay, so that's the turn finished, and the combat's resolved just there. There's morale, it's auto pass just there, and looking around, that's all there is.
6.
Yes.
Banner, so auto pass.
Auto pass, right, great. Okay, so no problem at all. So turn is finished, turn 3. Eldar's still doing okay, still causing casualties, but the game and the Ultramarines really pushed into this corner. So Eldar, I think, positioned better than the Ultramarines. Damage is pretty even. We've lost the Wraith Knight, but then James has lost all 3 of these Vindicators. Still quite even here at this stage. Looks quite tight, which is making for a good fun matchup here so far. Okay, so end of turn here. I do have 3 units behind enemy lines. D3 victory points for the Eldar, rolled a 6. That is significant. That is a lot of points here. We have not many points have been picked up yet in this game. The Eldar surge ahead and add 3 to their score. Okay, and with that tally of points been picked up, that's the end of the turn. We'll go on to the 4th turn now for the Ultramarines. Suddenly the game moves into the latter stages here. Turn 4, Ultramarines, if they're going to try and break out and counterattack here, maybe it needs to be now. We'll see what James decides to do. It's these 2 Rhinos here with their combat teams. May well see them start to make a move onto some of these objectives. See what James draws here. He's got 2 objective cards to come, and may well be able to pick up some points with these fresh cards. We'll go now on to the 4th turn for the Ultramarines. So we're on the move here. James has pulled out Blood and Guts here, which is a victory point for destroying an enemy unit in the fight phase. So James has to try and charge and kill them in combat. If he kills 3 or more, it's D3 victory points. That's quite good if he's going to go on a counter-attack, but it's difficult to score to reach the D3 parameters for that. And then defend objective number 4, that's even harder. Objective number 4 is just here, held by the Eldar, but definitely some incentives there. In fact, all of the cards that you have, 4 of them, are all for going on the aggressive, capturing objectives and moving into the Eldar deployment zone. Whether James decides to try and enable that now, if he tries to shift the entire army on the offensive, or does he want to stay here at the bunker system and hold off the Eldar attack? We'll see. A difficult situation here for the Ultramarines. We'll let James make his move. Right, so movement done. James is still intent on holding the bunker system here and destroying the Eldar attack. So disembarking and moving across with these 2 squads from their Rhinos. Then the banner's moved up. We've been having a discussion about the rules here. So it's about aura abilities. James was down here. We were saying, do you measure the aura like to here at 6 inches and then all the units above count as being in? Or do you measure from like the base and then measure 6 inches up to there? We're not sure on the right interpretation. Just to play it safe, James has moved up to here with the banner to definitely make sure they're now within 6. Yeah, it's definitely within 6 now. But that's the discussion we've been having. I mean, for movement, you pay for levels as you go up. For shooting, you measure the distance from the model up. I reckon for aura abilities, you do measure the distance from here, but could be wrong. It may be that it's just you measure the diameter of it and then it affects all the units on different levels going up. I'm not so sure about that. I think, well, leave it in the comment section if you know the answer. It's been an interesting discussion that we've had. So banner's moved. The command party here, Sicarius, and the lieutenant moved across to here, along with Cronus to support this unit. And then this squad holding position. The champion's moved down. Oh, look, he's moved down to take on Prince Uriel. That'll be an interesting fight. And then across here, pulling out of combat, James can shoot with those Marines just there. Okay, so it's the assault on the bunker continues here. The Eldar unit's still harassing the Ultramarines. We'll see how much damage James can do. We'll go on to his shooting phase next. So Ron James is shooting here. We're still discussing this rule about aura abilities because we endeavour to get everything right here for rules. Sometimes we make mistakes. So the way we're playing at the moment is just direct distance involved. So here's a level. We're not gonna. It's not for move. We're not measuring like this for the aura ability. It's just direct from the base to the models. This champion here is getting re-rolls. For example, he's within 6, just as a direct measurement. But for example, here where the banner was, if you measure up direct from his base, 6 ends about here, and that's what we're saying, that those laser cannon teams wouldn't be within that aura ability, and that's why James has moved up a level just there. So it's not like movement where you measure out and pay for levels going up and down. It's just a direct measurement going up. I think that's the correct way. That's how we're playing it here for this game. But if you know whether it's been FAQ'd or confirmed, then by all means leave it in the comment section. Should make for an interesting discussion. We'll let James press on with his shooting here. You can see some casualties coming in here. The fire dragons have been dealt with. Alright, so shooting almost finished. You can see the fire dragons gone. That was firepower from all of these firing through. And the Exarch was finished off by Sicarius with his plasma pistol. Then down here, Ultarch's gone on the jet bike. There's a number of melter hits coming through. James has a melter gun here.
Is that one that damage?
There's this one, yeah. This is one here that killed him. There's a combi melter on there as well. So some nasty firepower here on these combat squads. And James rolled 5 wounds on the invuln save that we failed. And none of the aloof way 6s came through. So the Ultarch lost his 5 remaining wounds and died. He's gone. It's a shame, he was pretty good. And then you can see the Shining Spears have been dealt with as well. There was nasty hits coming through from the Grav Cannon, failing 2 invuln saves, and it was D3 damage for those models. And they're gone. There was 3 of them. That was killed the last 2, and then the Lieutenant there with his plasma gun, rapid firing, picked off the one with the wounds. So they were wiped out there from that heavy firepower. So we've assaulted the bunker here and failed. Now I think with the Eldar it's official. All that's left is Scorpions down here in this corner on their own, and a wounded Prince Uriel, and that is it. James has repulsed the attack very well indeed. He's still got 1 bit of shooting left. We've saved this one. Las cannons. Now there's 3 of them. The Apothecary has rolled a 4 and resurrected 1 of them. So James now has 3 of them to fire. I think he's going to go after the Falcon would be my guess. Yes. Alright, so 3s to hit.
3s to hit. All hit.
Oh,
Who needs Kato?
Who needs Kato? Yeah, and marksmanship, very good. 3s to wound.
2 wounds.
2 get through. 2 saves a 6+. If James rolls really well, he can destroy this tank, but we roll 2 6s for a save, and we say no, thank you. Incredible. Alright, not a scratch. The armour holds just about. Alright, so that's it. Assaults, I don't... Oh, no, I was going to say you don't think you have any. The champion wants to charge into Prince Uriel. Alright, so Prince Uriel waves his blonde hair back, spear at the ready, and prepares to receive the charge here from the company champion. We're going to charges in Overwatch next. So Prince Uriel reaches out his hand. The champion, confused, thinking it's extending the hand of friendship, but in Uriel's hand is a plasma grenade. 6 shots. Okay. You've been hit twice, 3 times by a plasma grenade. You've been wounded once, and it's actually at -1.
4 up. Hold.
Saved. Oh, the armour holds. Alright, so he brushes the explosion away there with the shield, and in he goes with 4-inch charge. Okay, so that's the only charge to take place. Prince Uriel now locked in mortal combat with the company champion. James will get to go first. So he could slay Prince Uriel here if he's clever enough. 3 attacks.
2s to hit. Favorite character.
Yes.
I re-rolls to hit because you're on.
Cool, he's going to get his hits for sure. He should do. He does. 3s to wound.
AP -3.
Right, so go to 4 up invuln.
2 damage.
Hold on, we have to reroll this because we're cursed.
Yes.
Which we still pass. Well done. So we take 2 damage. 2 wounds come through. Uriel does receive wounds here, but he remains alive. Spirit at the ready. Right, so we'll fight back. Rerolling once. Always wounds on a 2. They've all wounded. -2. So you're down to a 5 up invuln save.
Combat shield. Repulse.
It looks good, but it's not good, and you are slain. 6 wounds. Don't mess with the prince.
Oh.
Uriel takes his spear, driving it into the neck of the slain champion, takes his head off and holds it up to Sicarius and says, "You're next." Alright, so that's the combat resolved. We can consolidate here with maybe... Oh dear, he's turning him around. If you turn him around, I'm going to go after you.
Bring it on.
Uriel must step foot inside the bunker. It has to be done. Alright, we'll see. We'll maybe make a consolidation here. We'll think about what to do. Yeah, so we've consolidated here. 3 inches in. Might be up for the fight here. And if we... Oh dear, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Might just charge in, see if we can pick off one of these characters. Okay, so that's the end of the turn. And Ultramarines looking stronger now. They've secured the bunker system. There's no Eldar within any of these buildings. James is gradually resurrecting las cannons. Still plenty of Ultramarines around and characters available as well. So don't think the Eldar are going to be able to wipe out the Ultramarine force, but we might be able to beat them tactically here. Eldar with a better spread. No, not really, because there's 1, 2, and then 3 objectives for the Ultramarines that can be taken and held, and the Eldar 1, 2, 3. So it's kind of evens here. This is making for a good game. The tight games usually are always the best ones here. Yeah, James agreeing. All right, so we'll go on to the 4th turn now for the Eldar. Roll up a dice to see if we can get back a command point. On a 6, we do. So a command point appears here with the Fate Reader Warlord trait for him. All right, so turn 4 coming up for the Eldar next. Alright, so movement done here. Ultark moving ahead, preparing to charge. He's still going to go after the bunker here. Prince Uriel moving through this gap, moving up and through to here. He's going to charge one of these characters, probably the Lieutenant. Scorpions moving up 7 inches with them. And then Dire Avengers on the other side, moving across. That is an objective that we have drawn a card for, so I'm going to try and pick that one up at a later turn. And then holding position here with all of the heavy weapons just to maximise their firepower and accuracy. So cards picked up here this turn. Psychological warfare, make units fail their morale. Difficult here against Ultramarines, led by Sicarius. Assassinate, though, kill a character or kill 3 characters. Pick up D3 victory points. I reckon we could kill a character here, and Prince Uriel may be the one to do it. Alright, so movement is done. We'll go on to shooting phase next for the Eldar on turn 4. Alright, so shooting phase finished here, and we have scored no damage here with the Scorpions. We threw a plasma grenade here, no damage as well. The bunker just very difficult here with the terrain bonus. That's why the Eldar have been trying to get inside the bunker here. If they can, they'll benefit from the cover as well. But the critical result, firepower coming from the Falcon, the Dark Reapers, and finally 2 Bright Lances from here did reduce down the las cannons to 0. They are gone. Yes, so they've died. And then James rolling up. 2 of them failed with the banner there. 2 of them failed to fire. 1 of them did, and put 4 wounds on the Falcon. But with a Luftwaffe, we managed to stop 2 of those with 6s. So 2 wounds taken down to 6, and a damage bracket there for the Falcon. So with the las cannons removed, James's long-range firepower is gone. It's all range 24. No, what range is this plasma cannon?
36.
It is range 36, right? So that's the heaviest weapon he has now at the moment, and there's some nasty short range melt weapons available. We're glad to see the las cannons finally go, but it has come at this later stage in the game. All right, so shooting not quite done. Uriel's going to throw a grenade into the lap of Sicarius. 2 shots, 2 hits. Nothing. Alright, so grenade's not going to kill him. We'll have to charge him. We'll go on to assaults and Overwatch next. Alright, so just zoomed in a bit here. Multiple assaults taking place. So Scorpions have made it in against the combat squad just here. James has heroically intervened with Kronos. Didn't roll very high for the charge. Scorpions sort of made it to there. Then Kronos has reacted. And then here, I was going to say Prince Scorpion. Prince Uriel charging against the Lieutenant. That charge went ahead. And then Sicarius has intervened just here. So a nice bust up here in the latter stages of the game. And then whilst all this is going on, the green Ultark has charged in against this combat squad here. So all of a sudden, a flurry of combats here in the firebase. So we'll get these combats resolved here. This is fascinating. We'll do these on camera, I think. Great selection of combats here to take place. Alright, so Ultark here. We'll do this one. 4 attacks. Reroll those. All hit. 5s and 6s are really good. There's 2 5s. Well done. 2 saves are 6 up before these Marines are hacked down. No, there's 2 regular Marines hewn down here by the Ultark. That's good fighting from him. Yep, alright, so we'll keep the result the same. I've used the wrong weapon. It's not a power sword, it's a star glaive that he's armed with. You have to take that now for an Ultark. They all still hit though. It was 3s to hit, so we've got the 4 hits, and the wounds are the same as well. Those 2 2s still fail to wound. So that's fine, we've done it correctly. It's D3 damage. Alright, so we'll leave that combat as it stands. So James now saying he's going to interrupt here with Battle Forged Heroes. He's allowed to.
Tactical squad.
Tactical squad.
6 is Kato.
Oh, it's not Kato himself.
No. It's
Oh, phew, right, okay. Okay, 2 attacks then, that's fine.
2 attacks, need 3s.
Scorpions hiss with impatience here, waiting.
Both wounded.
2 wounds though. Heavy aspect armour. Yeah, holds. Your doom. Your doom is only seconds away. Right, that's it. I'm going to do Prince Uriel next with his 4 attacks. We're going to go into the Lieutenant, ignoring Sicarius. It is, we want to kill a character. 2's to wound, they've all come through. It's -3. So 4 saves here of 6+. Goodbye, Lieutenant. It was nice knowing you. He's slain. How many wounds has he got?
4 wounds.
4 wounds. That's 3, 4, 5. Yeah, he has gone. 6 actually. 6 wounds scored. And then that's very satisfying to get rid of that pesky lieutenant. And then if we could survive against Sicarius, what an insult that will be. Not sure if we can though, because we've taken wounds already. We'll do this combat next, just resolving all the charges first of all. So Scorpions next. May well be able to just kill these 2 Marines with Mandy Blasters. Yeah, I've just checked. It's -2 there for the saves, but James would have fouled 3 of them anyway, and I just re-rolled the D3s and he definitely died. So Lieutenant is gone. So Scorpions next here. So we'll do Mandy Blasters from 9 of these. In 6s, there's a mortal wound.
Oh no.
So there's 1 gone. There's 1 left. We'll see if Ariel Doomhand can finish you off here. Sustained attack, we get an extra attack. I don't think that generates further attacks. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. So that's that. And then to wound is freeze. 2 saves here, 6+. No, he's gone. Slain pretty quickly here. Scorpion is very helpful for mopping up weakened units. Alright, so we've consolidated in here with these. Kronos is going to get to fight back now.
This is the servo arm.
Okay.
It's forced to hit.
No.
Failure because of unwieldy, and the other attack because you've got 2 attacks is a hit. Strength 4, that's a wound.
Okay, so we make a save here of 3+, which we pass. Okay. So that's that combat resolved. I've already consolidated them in, so they're done. Prince Uriel now needs to try and survive against Captain Kato's Sicarius. Right, so 4 attacks in 2s. You're rolling 1s. Strength 4. Freeze to wound.
And you roll a 6 is mortal wounds. No mortal wounds.
Whoa.
So it's just 2 AP -3.
2 saves of 4+.
That's D3 points of damage.
D3, whoa.
And that's a 1.
Yeah, 1, okay. So wound taken, Prince Uriel does remain alive here in defiance of Captain Kato Sicarius. What an epic fight we've got going on taking place here. Alright, so 2 Marines fighting back here just to finish this turn off. There's a hit, and a wound, and a save on a heavy aspect armor save, 3+. Alright, so that's the turn done. This will be auto pass here for this morale. And that's it. Alright, so turn is finished. We'll hand in this card now and assassinate just to pick up another point. So we've killed a character. Lieutenant was slain, so a point picked up for that. Eldar not doing too bad picking up points here in this game so far. Alright, that is the end of the turn then. End of turn 4. We're going to turn 5 now for the Ultramarines. We'll see if they can pick up some victory points here. Eldar, a trickle of points coming in for them. Ultramarines struggling here to pick up any points at all. We'll go on to their 5th, possibly final turn next. So we're on the start of James's 5th turn here. I have been rolling up to get command points. We've got 1 last turn. On the Eldar turn, and I used it for reroll earlier on, and then I've just rolled it again and got a 6, so a command point returns to the Eldar here with Fate Reader, Warlord trait, which is for him. He's still alive and on the board. Alright, so we'll let James make his moves here on turn 5. Alright, so fresh cards, Psychological Warfare James has drawn, so to force the opponent to fail a morale test, D3 points if 3 or more fail, which is possible. Maybe cause some Guardians to run away, would probably be the best option. Okay, so I'll let James make his moves here. Alright, so movement done. James has pulled out of combat. He's played chicken here with Kronos. Oh dear. Okay, against the Scorpions. It's on top of the bunker. Combat squad down here. This squad moving across. Now the Ultramarines trying to flush the Eldar out of the bunker here. I'm enjoying this. And then around here, pulling out of combat here as well. There's lots of hissing going on upstairs here. Slain lieutenant. You're pointing at something, James?
I'm going to melt you.
Oh, he's going to fire a melt at me. Right, okay. Deadly. Right. Squad moving across here, fanning out. Rhinos are on the move, so here comes a rush from them. So rush to this objective. Going to try and deny it from the Eldar. And that's about it. Apothecary is just here. He's been made redundant here because the las cannon team destroyed. Is looking for someone else to help out. May well need him to offer some medical assistance to Cato. He might take some wounds from Prince Uriel. Alright, so that's movement done, and so we'll go on to shooting phase next for the Ultramarines on turn 5. Alright, so shooting phase complete here. Bolters and heavy bolter firing off in this direction, causing 1 casualty on the Guardian defenders. Then across here, Scorpions took 3 casualties. That was melter, combi melter, bolters coming through, frag grenades being thrown, plasma from
Sergeant.
Oh, Sergeant's got a plasma as well. We found.
Yeah.
So despite the bunker save helping us out, rolled poorly there with some dice rolls and took a number of casualties. 3 casualties taken in total. A wound taken on Prince Uriel from a plasma pistol. James didn't overcharge with that on Captain Cato Sicarius. And then we passed an invuln save here with a plasma cannon round that came through and hit the Autarch. So that's the shooting done. We passed the Dire Avenger 4-up save as well with Stormbolter fire coming from the Rhinos. Shooting done. Assaults is where it's going to get interesting here. Ongoing combats and then, yes, potential charges to take place as well. Alright, so charges have taken place here. Scorpions have been charged. On Overwatch, we killed 2 of the Marines just here. A plasma grenade killed 1. Hit from there, and then a shuriken hit, getting a 6 to wound. James failing a 6-up save just there. So the Marines did make it into combat. These tried to charge. No damage on Overwatch. They tried to charge first, but failed. No other charges, just the ongoing combat right in the centre of the bunker here. Prince Uriel locked in mortal combat with Captain Cato Sicarius. Right, so charges first. 6 attacks for the Marines with the Sergeant plus Chainsword. Re-rolling because of Cato nearby.
Oh, wounded.
Oh, wounded, nice. Saves, by the way, the banner granting this squad, when the 2 men died, or 2 Marines died, they fire back, but we passed a save. Yep. So that was done. Oh dear. That's not so good for the Scorpions. 3 of them hacked down here.
Psychological warfare.
Right, psychological warfare, James. Yes, a very
I need a point.
good chance, yeah, of getting a point here. 6 Scorpions slain. Not so good. Alright, so pick a combat. Any combat?
Of course.
It's combat, okay.
I'm going to go for it.
Okay.
Choose to hit.
Come on, Uriel, survive. He's going to get his hits.
Strength 3.
He may fluff up here with the wounds, which he has.
3 mortal wounds.
Oh, blast.
That's
Oh,
3.
blast. Prince Uriel, no, he's gone. Oh, dear. Oh, right. I don't usually do this in games. God, there's heaps of wounds here. How many wounds has he been carrying? He was carrying 5, that's right, I wasn't cheating. Would have been carrying about 7 wounds with me. Right, so he's definitely gone. Let's just do a little what-if scenario. If I'd have survived, I would have hit you. I would have wounded you 3 times. And you can make some saves here of 4+. 4.
I've got 4+ in, so it'll be 2.
No, you fouled all of them, and that's the wounds. So 1, 2, 4. How many wounds has he got?
He's got 5 wounds.
Oh, he would have survived. Okay.
No, he's got 5 wounds.
He's fine. No, he would have survived. He would have survived. But anyway, that was just a hypothetical. Uriel has been slain. Just too many wounds coming through. But if that was a fresh prince... Fresh Prince? Reminds me of a television program. If that was a fresh... if that was a fresh prince...
French Prince of Bel-Air.
No, if that was a fresh Prince of Uriel, he would have matched you there in combat, but because he was wounded, that's why he lost. Alright, so I think that's all the combats resolved. Nope, we're trying to hit you with Mandy Blasters here. I will hit you with Mandy Blasters. Should have done it at the start of the fight phase. I should have done it earlier on. 6s. Yeah, there's 2 mortal wounds. just there. That could have affected the combat result. Yes. So 2 would have been slain here, but James rolling up here 3 pluses.
1 does, 1 doesn't.
One doesn't. Okay, we're just going to leave the result as it is. The banner, one of those that died, the banner would let him attack anyway. We'll leave the result exactly as it stands. That's totally fine. So I forgot the rules there. It's my fault anyway. So yeah, 2 removed from their mortal wounds. Okay. So now I'm going to do my attacks back. Regular attacks. So the Autarch. Reroll for Prince. It's gone. No. we don't get the rerolls. Okay, so yeah, no Prince, no help, no wound. Okay, it's down to regular striking scorpions here. They get 3 hits. And then 3 wounds here of 3+. Just to keep the sergeant alive. No, he's been brought down by scorpion chainswords. He does get to fight back. He does hit. He does wound. Surely not. Past that time of heavy aspect armor. Okay, so destroyed that unit there. Not bad. Scorpions are victorious. They can advance, even though they might melt away from morale. I'm going to leave them there. You've already fought, haven't you?
Yeah, so I want to pile in.
Oh, you want to pile in? Yes, because you resolved yours. So you're going to head towards me. So that was resolved. Yeah, that's fine. And that's fine. That means we don't need to move. No, we're all within an inch, so that just stays as it is. So Prince Uriel's slain. James has moved in. We've wiped our target. We're happy to sit where we are. Both sides have already fought, so there's no more further fighting to do. Just morale to do here at the end of the phase. But a lot of Marines being slain, but Eldar being repulsed, and now the Prince has been killed as well. So it looks like this is the last of the Eldar attack, plus the Autarch just there. Once that's dealt with, the bunker will be well and truly secure. So morale then, it's an 8, 6 and 7. We have passed, so morale is not gone, and James denied a victory point just there. And on that, we will end this is auto pass. A 1. You need to score more casualties than that. So yeah, morale's finished then. Turn is finished. We're going to the 5th, possibly final turn for the Eldar. They have picked up a pretty good number of victory points here already for fulfilled missions. They stand a chance of perhaps picking up some more here. Ultramarines struggling to get off the mark here with points. Just really the cards that James has drawn. Frustrating. Some high value ones, but ones that have been very difficult to fulfill in the situation that is in. But we're going to the 5th turn now for the Eldar. Alright, so Eldar move done here. Guardians stringing out and heading off in this direction to fire down on the Marines just there. Dire Avengers on the move, heading off towards objective number 3, possibly in later turns. The cards that we've drawn is Hidden Path. Roll d6 when this tactical objective is generated. Score 1 victory point if there are no enemy units within 12 of the corresponding objective marker. Haven't rolled that up yet, so this is one that happens immediately. Objective number 4, which is here. No enemy units within 12. Yes, an immediate point picked up for the Eldar for fulfilling that objective straight away. Okay, so that's the Hidden Path, that one's called, for Craft Worlds. Yep, so we've got that one correct. So that's the point picked up there. So then the others were secure objective number 3, which we've just talked about here, and then defend objective number 2. Difficult one. There's no units on here at the moment. I could pull back the Scorpions, but I have to hold it for 2 turns, and Sicarius could just simply come down and take the Scorpions out. So we'll just continue on in the combat there. A chance for Ariel Doomhand to cause some kind of trouble for Captain Cato's Sicarius. Yeah, we could hurt him here in our round of combat. Autarch moving up, getting ready to charge against this squad. It'd be handy to remove that heavy or that plasma cannon from that squad. And that's it. Holding position with these, getting ready to lay down more firepower here against the Marines. We'll try and pick on the ones in the open, I think is the best option. Right, so shooting done. Pistols fired here from the Scorpions, did no damage. A plasma grenade was thrown, no damage there against the Marine. 1 Marine was slain. That was firepower coming through from the Bright Lances here on these platforms, and then the Flamer was killed here by hits coming through from these Shuriken catapults, and then Avenger Shuriken catapults coming through, helping to wipe out the 5-man squad just there, as well as supporting fire coming in from the Dark Reapers. And then Here, firepower coming through from him did no damage, trying to remove Marines from this squad. So that's shooting done. We took a casualty here, actually. James's squad was strung out. The 5-man squad was strung out within 6 inches of the banner, and so they fired through. The heavy bolter managing to bring down one of the Guardians. James says he's really out of shape here for his army. No, tactically struggling here with the Ultramarines. They're clinging on to survival, but the Eldar, it's happened before. It's happened in the games that we've played down through the years for Eldar. The constant attacks made by them just sort of keeps the enemy back and defending their own position, and then tactically that puts them on the back foot, unable to spread out and grab objectives in a tactical objective game like this. It has been difficult here for the Ultramarines. So that's shooting done. We're going to charges Overwatch next. All right, so interesting development here. The plasma cannon's removed. He detonated himself as he tried to fire at the Autarch charging in. James re-rolled the 1 because of being within 6 inches of Sicarius. James rolled a 1 again, and so the plasma cannon died. I should have declared a secondary target, really, just in case that bizarre situation happened, but didn't. I could have gone into Kronos just there, but the Autarch just looks on in amazement as his target just self-detonates there with the plasma cannon. It's just this ongoing melee then. Ariel Doomhand will pick this combat. He'll go first here, fighting against Captain Kato Sicarius. Right, so fighting first here. We'll go for Mandiblasters first of all. No, nothing from them. Those mortal wounds would have been helpful. Ariel Doomhand needing 3s. Yes, I can reroll because I'm within next to the Autarch. Thank you very much. 3s to get our wounds. They all wound. Interesting. Down to 4-ups invuln saves here, James. You do need to do quite well to get through. It's D3 damage. Oh, 3. Oh. I'm going to reroll. A command reroll. I have one. A generated command point there. We'll roll this. 5 or 6 would be nice. Oh dear! 5 wounds.
5?
Yes.
Right, on a 3+, he gets to fight.
So he is slain.
Yeah, he is slain.
Oh no! Ariel Doomhand has slain Captain Kato Sicarius. Wait, just don't roll anything yet. Just want to just revel in this moment. It's just ponder on what's just happened.
If he had survived, what would Kato have done?
Oh,
It's only fair.
well, he's got the 2 bodyguard to try and get. Right, I'll do another hypothetical here. We don't usually do this. Dum. Yep.
D3 mortal wounds.
Yeah. So that would have killed a bodyguard, and then the rest are AP -3. So save of 6. Nope, you're through to
2d3
Ariel.
wounds. 4.
It's not, oh yeah, he's dead. Yeah. Okay, so you would have killed him. Wow.
But he does get to fight because he's next to single attack.
Ah, 3+. Okay, so the final
From a crag.
does get to fight. So it's
2s to hit. Single attack, 2s to hit.
okay.
Hit.
If you'd have rolled a 6 and scored
Rolled a
D,
6 as well.
then D3 mortal wounds, right? Okay. 3+. This is real here. This is not hypothetical. So he has got his wounds. 6 up to save. No, so he does kill one of the bodyguards, but he doesn't get through to Ariel Doomhand. That's Slay the Warlord. Oh, look at that. Remove him from play. And all of a sudden, the head has been cut off the snake here. The amount of characters that have gone into this bunker here. Prince Uriel lays slain. There's heaps of bodies here. A lot of personalities laying out here on top of this firebase. But Ariel Doomhand, the exarch for the Striking Scorpions, has made his mark and has slain Captain Kato Sicarius. James will never live it down. Sorry, but that is incredible.
He's the most wanted in the game.
Oh dear. The channel icon has just slain Captain Kato Sicarius. Oh dear. Alright. Alright, that's pretty good. Okay, sorry. Oh dear. Okay. So we'll pack up tonight. I'll go home happy. That's happened. All right. And that might. I think James wants to concede. Yeah, he's gonna concede at that point. Just there. Okay. Okay. So morale's an auto pass here. Oh look, consolidation. We could go 3 inches. Probably get ourselves to be in contact with him. But we'll end it there. James has said. Have you scored any victory points yet? None. Oh, and the Eldar have been picking up a steady stream. No. Okay. Very, very difficult situation. It was the draw of the cards. Eldar have managed to move around, picking up different objectives here and there. Ultramarines have struggled to pick up any. So it's just the way the cards have come out from the deck. All right, so that's the end of the game. Have you picked up any points at all? No Line Breaker, no Slay the Warlord, and no First Blood. All right, so Eldar have secured all 3 of those, actually. Line Breaker, Slay the Warlord, and First Blood. So 3 points picked up for that. And then, just excuse the mess here, points picked up, 1 point for the hidden path, 1 point for assassinate, 1 point for secure objective number 6, and then 1 point for, no, sorry, 3 points scored for behind enemy lines. So that is a total score of 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm sorry to say it, but it's a crushing Eldar victory here.
Another point possibly because of the extra...
Oh, yes, we'll check, yes. Yeah, mission type, tactical objective card type, I didn't get any of those. So 9-0 is the final score. Eldar Pride has been knocked since 8th edition, but 1 step back to glory has been taken today, thanks to the efforts of the Eldar here. This is a half revamped army. A good number of these units I plan to put into the final list, painting up some new units to add. You can check out that proposed list on the Plus channel. But Eldar here have prevailed against their arch enemies and hated foe, the Ultramarines. James swears his revenge. Gilliman is on his way. Okay, Ariel Doomhand will await and see you in battle next time around. But the Eldar have prevailed here and have picked up 9 points. It is a crushing victory to them against the Ultramarines. So, great game. We've really enjoyed the terrain here for this one. Just this map in particular, I've really enjoyed using the terrain here. Perhaps the bunker a bit overpowered. So, despite the bunker complex, the Eldar stormed in and, in the end, gained control of this area. But there it is. Great game. Keep a lookout for more battle reports on both of the channels. Thanks for watching and tune in next time. Alright, so units of the game for both sides. James is going to give it to the banner, just for the amount of benefits that it grants, the ability for models to fire again. Excellent choice to take for things like las cannons. And then for the Eldar, honourable mention to the striking Scorpions. They were very good in this game. They came a bit late in the battle, halfway through, but they definitely were a help just there. Prince Uriel did very well as well. Going to give it to the Shining Spears, though. Tough to deal with. They helped with the initial strike. They led a path of destruction through this area here. Took a lot of effort to get rid of them. So they're a pivotal unit for the Eldar. That's units of the game for both sides.